not that lasts forever. You only live once. So, live your life, not any other's lives. Take chances and never regret. Never. Never be late to do what you want to do right now. Because at one point of someday, everything you did will be exactly what you will be. Right? 아버지는 말하셨지 인생을 즐겨라 아버지께 여쭤보고파 당신은 인생을 즐겼나 왜 당연하게 당연하게 됐고 당연하지 않은 게 당연하게 됐어 왜 나 인생에서 나는 없고 그저 남의 인생들을 살고 됐어 이건 진짜야 도박도 게임도 아니야 딱 한 번뿐인 인생 넌 대체 누굴 위해 사냐 9살 아니면 10살 때쯤 내 심장은 멈췄지 가슴에 손을 얹고 말해봐 내 꿈은 뭐였지 진짜 뭐였지
Hi guys. You're on mute.
Hello.
There we go. Billy's with us now. How are you, Billy?
I'm good. I never know when you're going to change the screen over to our intro, so I don't know if you caught my head banging just now. I was both stretching my neck and dancing at the same time.
Yeah, just like the neck stretches that we were told to do during BangBangCon.
Exactly.
Did you do them when they came on the screen to do them?
At first I was just confused. It didn't click in my head what they were doing. And I was just like, why are they stretching? And then I realized and was like, I'm an idiot.
Oh, yeah, I just suddenly started seeing them stretching that first night. And I was like, okay, yeah, whatever. What are we doing? And then at the end, Hobie was just like, and now put your hands on your face. And I was like, wait, what?
Mm-hmm. I loved all those little segments just because of what they were saying. Like, it was really funny to me how they were like, in this concert, you can change seats and eat snacks. And I was like, yeah, we're It was so cute. And then I think it was JK who said, make sure you sing along, even if you're out of pitch.
Aww.
So cute, yeah.
Adorable. Oops, we forgot to do our intro.
Oh, yeah. We're both pretty...
out of it.
Yeah, I was trying to think of a word that was politer than the F word.
That too.
Word. But yeah, I think after hardly any sleep and lots of crying and lots of joy and a whirlwind, we're both just a bit out of it. So yeah.
Great. Now that you told me the word that's in your head, that's the only one I'm thinking of.
Yeah. But yeah, we still haven't done the intro. So hi everyone.
Hi.
Hope you've had a good week. Hope you're recovering well. Hope you had fun this weekend. It was so much fun to just be able to experience everything with ARMY.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it made me so soft.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's about all I have in my brain to say.
For the record, both of us are operating at like less than 50% brain power, so we're just gonna see where this takes us today.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, so our agenda is, as usual, we're gonna do a recap and talk about everything that we watched this weekend. Then we're gonna do a review of 2 songs, and Billy, what are they?
They are Intro, Oh Are You Late Too, and No.
Would have been funnier if it had started with no, because then I would have been like, what are we listening to? And you would have been like, no.
No. Yeah. No.
Yeah. And then we have a fun time. Uh-oh. I think I just made myself bleed.
How?
I don't know.
What do you mean?
I just... my nail, like my skin on my nail. Whatever. I have a napkin. Whatever. We're going to move on.
Okay, yeah.
I'm going to be professional about this.
So fun time is after that. And this week we are having BTS trivia.
Woo! We have not seen any of these questions beforehand, and we're also not thinking well, so we'll have to see how that goes.
But you'll be able to play along with us. So that'll be fun.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And then
And
we're
then we
ending
have-
with our Gym and Appreciation Hour, which I'm very excited for. I am concerned about my energy level by the time we get there, but we're just gonna have to wing it.
Yeah, it'll
So-
be good. By the time we get there, it'll probably be like 11 p.m. my time. So, yeah.
Yeah. Or who knows, maybe it'll be 2 a.m., knowing how we
Yeah,
like
knowing
to
us.
talk.
Yeah.
So,
That is your bias this week.
yeah.
I'm quite glad that you're going first because out of all the members, I find it hardest to talk about my bias and why he's my bias. So
Yep.
I'm glad you go first.
Yeah. Thanks. But I have the same problem. It's like everyone
Yeah.
goes, "So why exactly do you like him?" And I'm like, "Because I do." Because
Yeah,
it was
because-
it was written
yeah.
into my soul that way. And I just live my life with him as my bias.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you don't ask why you love someone, you just do.
It's just a feeling, like you can't really describe it in the way that you can with the other members. But even though like you love them all the same, like your bias is just the one that you're like connected to the most.
You know what it is? I think with the other members that are not your bias, you can love them but also look at them objectively.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
just calmly evaluate the reasons why you love them. With your bias,
when it's your bias, you're like, oh, it's my bias.
yeah. It's personal, and you don't want to. You want to do them justice, and you don't want to like misrepresent them or make them seem to be like this stupid interest of yours. No, because you love them on a deeper level.
Definitely.
So no pressure for our happy hour. Our appreciation hour. If we make this a happy hour, I'm just going to conk out in front of my keyboard.
I think there probably won't be as many jokes and laughs this episode, so we'll try.
I feel
You
like
might just find it funny to laugh at our misfortune. That's probably where the humor will come from.
Yeah. Okay, so let's move on to ARMY recap.
So I wanted to just start this segment by saying I literally sent Yami a message and was like, can we just make ARMY recap about us talking about BangBangCon and the new album for the entire segment? And she was like, have you checked the notes on Google? And I looked on the notes and it was just the two things that I'd mentioned. And I was like, thank you.
Brain cell. Just sharing it in a circle. Although, to be fair, well, actually, like, literally, the things that we wanted to talk about in this segment are all related to BangBangCon.
Yeah. Well,
With the
from,
Namjoon.
yeah, with Namjoon's live.
Why don't we just start with that? Because it'll hopefully be shorter.
Okay, yeah. So I watched Junie's live, and then I watched it again with subs when it was re-uploaded onto Bangtan subs. So, yeah. And I read like 5 different translation threads. So.
Okay, then you're way more up to date than I am. Please share.
Okay, so we got a YouTube live from Namjoon, which is different. And honestly, it makes me wonder if they're kind of like shitting on V Live a bit.
Yeah, I was wondering that too. Although, to be fair, he had to restart it like 3 or 4 times, didn't he? Because it kept crashing.
Yeah, it kept crashing. So, yeah, YouTube was not doing great. But the fact that they're moving all of their run episodes and things to Weverse soon. I think they're moving them all.
I read some article, I think, somewhere that was saying something about how, like, whoever owns V Live was not happy about this change.
Yeah, I read that as well.
Yeah, which
So
makes sense, right? Because imagine, like, the traffic that BTS bring alone probably sustains that app. And then,
I was curious, so I saw BTS is the most followed on V Live. And the next most followed is like half the amount. Like BTS is literally double the second highest. So yeah, they bring in the most viewership. And so if they're moving all of their content and things onto their own platform, which is a great business move for them and for Big Hit, but I'm sure V Live are not very happy. So now the fact that they're also moving their live streams to YouTube, I was like, is there beef with V Live? I'm pretty sure there's beef with V Live.
Yeah, but also I'm like, is YouTube really the better solution?
Yeah, right. I know, yeah. They should just make a Weverse V Live.
Yeah,
everything should just become Weverse, and everything should become BTS World, and we only buy and do anything through them.
Yeah, agreed. What was I gonna say? Oh, the concerts that they live streamed all of last year, they live streamed those through V Live, right? So
Yes.
that makes me want to say that, like, well, first of all, it makes me question, are they going to keep using them? But for the record, the way they did it for, like, the Saudi Arabia concert, the muster, the final
It was
Seoul
on Plus,
concert.
right?
Yeah, you had to pay for it.
Yeah.
But, like, the fact that they did that, it seemed to work well. I didn't have any issues with crashing or lagging, so the infrastructure that they put in place to make that work was actually really good. So I would say that's a relationship worth keeping, but I obviously don't know if there's beef behind the scenes.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like they're probably gonna air Festa on YouTube as well, and this was.
Oh,
probably
wait!
like a
We need
test
to
run.
we need to explain this.
Yeah, so this is another piece of fun news. So if you didn't know, at the end of BangBangCon, there was a screen that popped up and said BTS will join ARMYs in their room once more in June. So I think we're all predicting that that's Festa, and we're going to be getting a live Festa streamed online. So yeah, that's going to be fun.
Yeah. I actually think that's really like, instead of having a normal concert being live streamed, like what we talked about, like, oh, they should make Map of the Soul tour live streamed, and it's like, that's a little, it's too big for a screen.
Yeah.
I would say something like a Festa is perfect to be live streamed around the world, because the whole point of Festa is you're celebrating BTS's birthday and their relationship with their fans. So what better way to connect with your fans than to do it with all of them at the same time?
Yeah, plus that's the thing, like, it's so special. Like, even though it's great that they have the Festas as live concerts, only a select amount of ARMYs get to go to them, and the rest watch online, and you kind of always feel that disconnect, even though it's great. Like, obviously you wish you were there. So in this case, like, all ARMYs can feel as included and as, like, together. Yeah.
And the other thing is like, in the past, if you weren't in Korea and didn't go, there was no official way of watching, so everybody was just like really sneakily watching through like streams and all of that. And it just makes you feel like outside, like that you're not included, you're not part of the club, and you're like, but I love you just as much, you just haven't given me an opportunity to prove my love. I don't know.
Yeah, definitely. So I think that will be actually really, really nice. I'm so intrigued as to what they'll put through, and if there's going to be a way of, because honestly for me, like, that's great for ARMYs, but for BTS, is that going to feel sad to them? Because we can see them, but they can't see us. Like, I'm wondering how they're going to make it, because I'm pretty sure they will, so that
can they just make... Yeah, can we make, like, chat rooms and have them just talk with us, or have us submit questions for them? And
I think it will be something like that, like maybe video questions or just normal
video
questions. That would be great, right?
Yeah.
And
nerve-wracking.
Like, yeah. But maybe they'll do something like, I don't know. They'll obviously be able to have a live chat, but I'm really hoping there's going to be some sort of way for BTS to feel our presence. So I'm not sure how they'll go about that, but I really hope that there's something, and it's not just them seeing a screen like they do on V Live of just because that doesn't really feel like much connection, does it?
I'm really fascinated by their creative team, like all the people who come up with these ideas and then actually figure out a way to execute them, because you know that all those people are, one, very creative, but two, very emotionally intelligent, because they're trying to balance fan expectations and emotions with artist expectations and emotions, and trying to facilitate that relationship and that bond in a way
Yes.
that is both high quality content but also like emotionally enriching.
Yeah, definitely. And I feel like with most of BTS's team, it's been the same since the very beginning. And I feel like that's probably why they're all so emotionally invested in the process, because it's as much their journey as well as BTS's. Like all the team that's been behind them, they're like stylists, their makeup artists, their tour managers, their band, like their dancers, and a lot of them are the same. And so I guess that would make you feel much more kind of connected with the whole process. I really like that.
Yeah, but I think that also explains why BTS is so grateful for the people they work with and like thank them whenever they can, because
Yeah.
they have a family. Like it's a familial
Yes.
kind of setting.
And this is why I get really, really upset. Oh, why don't we move to a shade room? I've got some shade.
Shade, shade.
Let's hope that our recording still works.
It works.
Yes.
Yeah.
Amazing. So I get really upset with people who get angry at Big Hit and people who are against the company antis or whatever, right? It just
I
makes no
can't.
sense. I can't deal with it at all. People and like as soon as you say you're on board with the company, you like Bang PD, blah blah. Oh, you're a company stan. No, because if you're a like company stan, that means something very different with other companies because they have like 30 groups and you're expected to support them all. Like that's not what it is with BTS. Being someone who appreciates and values the company and puts trust in the company is just because you should be able to tell. Like, come on, if you're an army, you should be able to tell how much Big Hit have BTS's best interests at heart, given everything over the years. Like, come on, especially
They're
the fact that they
massive legal.
themselves-
Yeah. I'm
Yeah?
just thinking, like, alone, like, stand alone, what they're doing legally to try and pursue all the people who harass them online, who
Yep.
send them hate comments,
Oh my
death
God.
threats, all of that.
I know this is serious, but it reminds me of that meme that's like, no matter who you are, where you're from, your skin color, your gender identity, Big Hit will sue you.
Wait. You sent that recently. I have it saved. Hold on.
Yeah, it literally killed me so much because it's so
You sent
funny.
it to me, and I just read it slowly, and then I got to
Oh.
the end, and I also burst out laughing. I was like,
Yeah.
yep.
But and then you got all those K-poppies that were like, oh, Big Hit is so mean because they're suing an underage person. And it's like, oh yeah, well you don't care when all those underage people are throwing death threats at BTS, but when somebody is like being sued and has to go to the police station, oh no. Ugh.
My other thing is I just think a lot of people who complain don't understand how business works. They don't. So, like, for example, I've seen stupid people who I have already blocked. I make very liberal use of the block button on Twitter. That's how I live my life. So what those people, like, typically complain about is, like, oh, Big Hit has multiple groups, or they're creating merchandise off of BTS, or what's something really stupid they've said? Whatever. So like they're just trying to make money off of BTS, and they're not letting BTS like have like just be artists. And it's like, yes, this is a business. They need to make money, or there's no point in what they're doing. Okay. Welcome back. It's been a while.
Yeah. 5 hours.
We have a new computer, a new monitor, new everything on my end.
And it's working again. Yay.
It is. So perhaps the issue has been a shitty computer all along, which we
And she's been blaming my Wi-Fi this whole time. Like, I've been like, no, I have good Wi-Fi. She's like, it doesn't work.
Granted, last time we recorded, your Wi-Fi did hiccup a lot.
Yeah, my Wi-Fi. Oh, I also have a dressing gown on right now, if you hadn't noticed.
Is that what
a robe, as you call it. Is that what you call it?
Yeah, a dressing gown is something else.
This is a dressing gown to me.
Interesting.
Anyway, I brought it up because it's very cold here now. It's like the middle of the night and it's freezing, so...
What time is it over there?
It's midnight.
Nice.
I didn't sleep hardly for the last 2 nights because of BangBangCon.
Neither did I. I'm wearing a blanket.
Yeah, I think I'm running on...
Fumes.
I don't even... Yeah, let's go with that.
Okay. So, what tangent were we on? Does it matter?
I couldn't care less. Let's move back to the review. No, the recap.
Yeah, we were on the recap. Oops, I forgot what slide we were on. Anyway.
Oh, I feel like we had to reset up our whole background as well, and I feel like the army recap is not centered anymore, and it's really bugging me.
Whee!
It doesn't look centered though. It looks way too far to the left. Yeah. Yeah. Wait, no, now it's too far right. Guys, by the way, did you notice the gradients on every one of our tattoos? We spent about 4 hours choosing different gradient colors.
And then the next episode, I redid half of them because I didn't like them anymore.
Yeah. Anyway.
Okay, so we had 3 pieces of news that we wanted to share. We started talking about the first, transitioned into the second, and then did the third as the intro.
Oh yeah. This has been a mess. So, I'm just gonna quickfire news and then let's talk about it. Point number 1. We had a live from Namjoon. He announced that they would be releasing a new album and that they would be sharing the process of making it, but they didn't know how much they wanted to share. And he also told us that at least once a week they would be going live to show their daily lives, to connect with us. News number 2. We had BangBangCon this weekend.
I'm not allowed to respond.
You can respond at the end. I'm just quick fire news and then we can talk about them.
Okay.
News number 2. We had BangBangCon this weekend. I stayed up pretty much all night for most nights. They started at 4 a.m. where I am. That's really cool. I then filmed this episode straight after and it didn't work for 5 hours. It's now midnight and I feel like I have no sleep and I'm hallucinating. But it's fine because army time needs to be filmed. Anyway.
It's time for army time.
Anyway, we had 24 hours. 24 hours of free concerts. Thanks, Big Hit. Awesome. News number 3. We'll be having Festa? Or is it Muster? Festa. Muster? Festa? Which one? I'm pretty... I hope you are finding this as funny as I am. Because otherwise, this whole thing is a mess. Festa. We will be having Festa online. Did we talk about how I feel like Big Hit has beef with VI?
I think we did. I think I recorded that part. I think it worked.
Okay, yeah. Cool. Now, please respond.
I said goodnight. Please respond.
Yeah.
Response on No, we already talked about how Festa being online is a great thing. Done. Moving on.
Okay.
Namjoon announcing that they want to share the recording process with us is a big deal. Because anyone who's a creative... I'm trying to be serious.
I need to just, like, fix my face. Okay.
Anyone who's a creative knows that when you're making something, the creative process is ugly as fuck. Nothing makes any sense. Everything makes you sound like a 3-year-old who either doesn't know how to write or type or draw or make music or do whatever.
Yeah.
So nobody likes to share any of that. Least of all BTS, who are all such hyper perfectionists. So the fact that they want to share this with us is actually really cool, and also just proves that they want to get closer to us even more than they are.
We had like a big conversation about this between us when it was first announced.
We literally lost our shit over it.
Yeah, we both kind of went crazy and got emotional because we were saying, like, when you really think about it, it's such a huge deal. Like, it's so scary to share those parts of yourself that you don't consider to be perfect or that you don't consider to be
fit for
ready
public
or
consumption.
Finished. Yeah, it's just you messing around. And the thing is, like, if that was me, if I was making a song or something, I might show the work in progress to like one person that I trusted the most in the world just for some advice. But they're planning on sharing that with millions of people around the world. And that's just scary. Mm-hmm. But we were also saying about the fact that this is probably going to be a really good thing because it's that first step towards being able to show. Well, they always say it, don't they? We don't want to show our bad sides. We don't want to show our weak sides. And I don't think they mean that in the terms of they don't like themselves or there are things that they are ashamed of. It's just you don't want to share the things until they're perfect. And that's just the same with anyone. But I feel like doing something like this will be really scary and really difficult. But once it's done, it will be such a relief.
I think it'll be cathartic for them. I'm the same way with my writing. I don't share my work in progress except with like 1 or 2 people. I am allergic to spoilers. I would rather die than share my writing before it's ready.
Mm-hmm. And it's like if I'm recording a song and I have one note that is out, it can't be shared with anyone. I have to re-record it until it's right. Like that's just, I think that's how most of us are.
Yeah, because you're making something, so you want to say, I want to make the best. Otherwise, what's the point? I already know I'm a flawed human. I don't need it recorded for other people to see.
Yeah, and not only that, but you want to share something not only that you're proud of, but that just showcases your skill. Like, you wouldn't want to submit something to be tested that you weren't 100% happy with. I mean, I've done that many times in the past. But if you're, like, say you're trying to win a prize or I don't know, win a competition or something, you wouldn't submit something. I don't even know what I'm talking about at this point.
We're gonna move on.
Yeah.
Hold on. I'm trying to move this keyboard, but it's glued to the table. Okay. There, now I can lean forward. I think the other thing is they always say that they want to get closer with ARMY. And from the outside, it's like, well, that's weird. Aren't you close enough already? You're an artist and you have fans who are very devoted to you. What more do you want? And the answer is that the connection that we have with BTS is on a very deeply human level. We're not consumers and, like, we're not people who make music and consumers of that music. Where it's much deeper than that. It's people who make music and content that make you think, that make you reevaluate your life and make you see the world differently. And from our end, we validate who they are, what their purpose is, their perspective on life. And it's this just like big cycle that is just full of so much love and sincerity. And that's why all of us sobbed throughout all of their concerts this weekend.
Yeah, agreed. But can you like link it back? I just.
Are you giving me an assignment?
Can you link it back to what you meant about them being closer? Because it felt like you had started with a point, but then didn't finish it.
Oh, the point is that doing something like this, where you're not just presenting your best side, you're presenting something that's not perfect, is you being vulnerable and you exposing a weakness, and that is how you get closer to someone. And I talked about this with you the other day, that I think one of the reasons why ARMYs enjoy being an ARMY and being in our fandom is because our deep love for BTS allows us to be vulnerable with each other. Because knowing how you feel about BTS and knowing that someone else over there across the internet also feels like that makes you connect with them and know, like, you've established, like, an equal playing field of vulnerability and sincerity, and it's just easier to be honest with each other. It's easier to be sweet with each other. My God, my timeline last night was full of people crying and being nice, and well, honestly, it's like that all the time. But like that's what I mean.
Definitely, yeah, and I think in terms of them showing us the creative process as well, it's actually been something I've been really wanting to see for a long time, especially as a musician myself and somebody who likes to make music. It's like I always see and I think, oh, I wish I could have behind the scenes footage of them recording the song and seeing which edits made the final cut, or of them writing it and rephrasing it, and we never get to see that. And I hadn't fully considered it until now, like how, like, because they share so much with us, I guess, and because for me all of that is beautiful. Like they've said, Namjoon said, I don't know how pretty it is, like I don't know how much you would want to see. Like for me personally, all of it, like I would want to see all of it. I would find all of it so fascinating, and it would make the final product that much greater.
You know what they have successfully hidden from us? All of their, mostly, it's like 95% hidden, all of their inside jokes about like the crappy stuff they make, like the crappy music, and how like it might be really funny sounding, or like they're making fun of each other's lyrics, like periodically, very rarely though, they like make references to it about like these inside jokes they have about like something shitty that they made. I want to know.
I know, I want to know that. I don't know, I just...
Sorry, BTS, I want to be even closer than we are. I want to be like right here.
I want to know it all. And you know, the thing that's so frustrating about it is in this day and age, you can't weed out the ARMYs from the fake fans, from the antis, from general public. Like you just can't. If they're putting this out, they're putting it out for everybody. That means they're taking the backlash. I feel like if they were putting it out and they knew it was only going to be received by ARMYs, then it would be very different. But
there's no way to tell.
Yeah, there's no way with this.
That's why they used to have like Fan Cafe. Did I talk to you about how difficult it used to be to get in there?
Yeah.
About how, like, just to repeat for the camera, like, BTS used to have a fan cafe, and if you wanted to have a membership, you could only join once or twice a year. There was, like, an enrollment period, and once you were enrolled and you paid a bunch of money, you had no ability to post anywhere or visit parts of the site until you had taken a bunch of, like, tests with, like, BTS trivia, and they were, like, escalating intensity and like difficulty, so that and then like you couldn't post for like, I don't know, at least like a month, or until you got up to a certain level of like knowledge of BTS. And that was Big Hit's way of trying to limit hate posts and you know, anything negative reaching BTS or having their privacy exposed to people who don't care about them and would just be assholes to them. So like on the one hand, it seemed to work. On the other hand, you still had some people who made it their business to get to that level where they could still take stuff and post stuff, whatever. And the unfortunate side effect is also, though, that not all of us could get in there. Plus, it was all in Korean. So if you were an English speaker, you were fucked.
And I mean, as well with that, like, there are many bad eggs in the fandom that know everything there is to know about BTS, but are just not very good people. Like, I think about all the, like, the stalker fans and the Lulu fans and all those types of people. Like, they can know literally everything about BTS, but that doesn't mean that doesn't mean that they're gonna feel the same way that we do, you know. And it's impossible to tell. How do you tell that somebody is sincere and just wants the best for them? And this is the thing that, like, honestly worries me about seeing the process, because, like I said, I want to see everything that, like,
but I'm not the only one seeing it.
Yeah, like Namjoon sharing really bad lyrics that he wrote and then hated. Hilarious, love it. Shows that he has this side, but we all know he's a genius, so it just makes us love him even more.
Plus,
but to somebody else, that's like, oh, see, look how awful of a songwriter he is. This is just trash. You know what I mean? Like,
and plus,
that's
that wouldn't be acknowledging, if he had stuff like that, that wouldn't be acknowledging the fact that, like, he had the brain to understand, I can't post this is not good music, let me make something else.
Yeah, and that's the thing about it, really, isn't it? But it's that kind of thing is that they always talk about is, do you shelter everything and keep a distance from everyone because you don't want to see the bad? Or do you just say, well, if we want the good, then we have to put up with the bad? And as we've seen, they've always gone with option 2. So, and they've made this decision. And again, that's why I'm so proud and so honored and grateful.
It's a fucking privilege.
Oh, wow, yeah.
The other thing I wanted to say, our friends brought this up before, is that if they're sharing music that's not finished, they would theoretically have to be very careful about that, because there's no copyright on them yet. So anybody could take it. However, the thing that I wonder about is if they release it through, if they release it through a video, can't they just copyright the video and everything that's in it?
Yeah, I think so. Honestly, I don't know how it works, but they would definitely have figured something out. The law team over at Big Hit are impeccable.
I love them. Oh, I think that was one of the things that we were talking about before we got sidetracked, is that they have such a massive legal team that they've taken great pains to pursue all the online harassment they've gotten, something that other companies in the past just said, like, well, it is what it is. You can't go after everyone. Like, these are just nameless people on the internet. Gotta move on. And Big Hit was like, no, we have the money, we have the brain power, we have the wherewithal to pursue this, and we're going to pursue it so that we establish a new precedent that you can't do this to celebrities. And you specifically can't do this to Big Hit celebrities. And I think that is such an incredible environment and tone at the top to set.
Yes.
I'm so proud of them for that. And of course, the people who are outside this fandom who tend to hate on us wouldn't like it. Of course they wouldn't like it, because it impacts them.
Yeah. And that's just be nice. It's not hard, honestly.
Well, it is nice to be hard sometimes.
You know, the thing, it's nice to be hard. That's what she said. Anyway.
Wait, did I? No, I didn't say that.
You did. I swear to you, you did. Oh, I'm bugging out.
I thought I said it's hard to be nice.
That's what you meant to say.
I said it's nice to be hard.
Yeah.
We're gonna watch back this recording, and I don't believe you.
Fine. Right, the comments will be laughing at you right now.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway,
No, my gummy bear.
Anyway, I wanted
5
to
second
say...
rule.
Of course. Oh, did you know? I saw JK do that in American Hustle Life. He did
Yeah.
the 5-second rule.
What did he
I was
drop?
like,
Did he drop? No, he
a
dropped.
gumball.
Yeah.
See, my BTS trivia knowledge is just on point.
Yeah,
Get
but the thing
that.
is, I've done the exact same thing. I have a weakness for gumballs, like those 25-cent gumballs that you
Yeah.
get at those machines,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
crankers.
yeah.
I don't know why. I go nuts for them. And I have quarters. I don't have much cash or change or whatever, but I have a lot of quarters because if I ever see one of those anywhere, I need to have one. And
Nice.
I have dropped them on the ground, but it's fine. 5-second rule.
Yeah, 5-second rule, whatever. Anyway,
What were we talking
I
about?
wanted to say something, but you've distracted me now. We were talking about the legal team, but then before that we were talking about something else. Talking about them sharing the process.
Copyright.
Copyright.
Sharing the ugly side of themselves.
Hey, it's not ugly. It's pretty.
It's a pretty mess.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know, but let's just move on to and they're going to be sharing their daily lives as well, which is great. And they said they want to try different things. So, like when I first heard it, I was like, oh, okay, so we'll be getting V lives like more consistently. But from the sounds of it, it's going to be something different.
I'm very happy to hear that, by the way, because I think there's nothing that can excite someone who's creative than improvements to existing creations.
Yes.
So if what they've had in the past is just like VLive formats and now they're trying something new, I am proud of them, one, for running the risk of something being wrong and still
AKA Namjoon's life.
yeah. But also just like, I think in our current times, there's no better time to experiment with stuff than when everybody's trapped at home with not many outlets for entertainment. So like, just from a purely business standpoint, like, yeah, go ahead and experiment with your fan base. We have nothing else to do.
Yeah, definitely. Anyway, I'm wary of the time, so let's move on to
Okay.
BangBangCon. See, I had so many amazingly nice things to say about BangBangCon, and I have them all written in my notes, but now that I'm this tired, I kind of just hate it.
Okay, let me say this. I heard, like, I saw when it was supposed to be airing, and in theory, I understood that for me on the East Coast, it was going to be overnight. Like, it started at 11 p.m. our time, and then went until, like, 7, 8, 9, 10 in the morning. And I was like, okay, sure. And then it got to be Friday night, and it was about to start, and I was like, wait, I'm not going to sleep. And then it just kept going and going, and then around 3:30 in the morning, I woke up and I realized, I'm like, I have no idea what I've been watching. I need to give up. And I just didn't understand like the physical toll that this would take for 2 nights of nonstop marathon concerts.
Yeah.
And then
Plus, like, watching BTS concerts, especially like from the beginning and through all the different things with all the context of the personal growth and everything, the amount of emotions that takes out of you, from like excitement to pride to
crying,
lots of crying and no sleep and just endless tears.
And then everybody online sharing more memes and more cry-inducing things.
Yeah, and then thinking about the fact that it's not just you feeling that way, but there are millions of other people in their little rooms all around the world doing the exact same thing at the same moment and feeling the same thing. Oh my god, it honestly was so overwhelming. It took it out of me so bad.
And the other thing is so the way YouTube works, as we've learned, is that it only shows you concurrent viewers. So like if you are even 1 second behind the live, you're not a concurrent viewer anymore. So like you don't get included as part of the counter. So that's why the end of the first day, when they ended, like the counter during the thing would go like up to 2.5 million and like oscillate around the 1 million mark, which by the way is fucking nuts. Like
insane.
Armies are insane. I love us so much.
I love us.
But like the minute it ended, it said, hey, you have 22 million views, meaning that 22 million people were watching it at some point, like in the whole thing.
Can we move to Shade Room?
Yes.
Please? Bet you there isn't a single article about it.
Really?
Let's-
Not even one?
I'm just betting. Let's move back. That's all.
No, where's my phone? Where the fuck is my phone? Oh, there it is. I want to Google this.
I'm so sure there isn't, and if there is, it's from like Korea Boo.
I don't like headphones. I feel like I'm on life support connected to the computer.
That's weird way to look at it.
Yeah, well, that's why I've had my Bluetooth ones in, but they don't want to work with this computer. BangBangCon BTS. Nothing has been posted yet, but it is Sunday. So maybe we just have to wait until tomorrow.
Maybe. It's just, you know, that if it was a different artist, like there was articles written about like 300,000 people watching an Instagram.
Yeah, I know. We talked about
I don't
this.
have any comments. I just wanted to throw it out there.
I
You know how I feel.
Yeah. We have another video we're still working on to
Yeah.
talk about all this.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, by the way, I just wanted to say, for anyone who was with me on Twitter last night and was enjoying my very emotional, tear-inducing tweets, I apologize for nothing. You know you liked the crying part with me.
Yeah. Crying is part of the job description. Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
so I watched, well, the first night I woke up at 4 a.m. and I watched the HYYH on stage and then some of the epilogue concert, but then I fell asleep without meaning to. And then
Yeah, I
woke
remember
up.
that.
Yeah. Then I woke up and watched Third Muster.
How was that? I fell asleep during it, before it.
I'm trying to distinguish it now between the Fourth Muster.
The third
Third
one is where
Muster.
they wore their like green varsity jackets.
Oh yeah, and they did Tony Montana. Yeah, it was good. It was really good. It was a nice way to end the first day, I think, because it was a lot more upbeat and yeah. And then on the second day, I woke up a bit later so that I wouldn't fall asleep again, and I watched Wings the Final, which was an
Emotionally,
experience.
like, wrecking.
Oh my god, you should have seen our chat during that, because honestly, and you should have seen me. Like, I'm sure this is no joke to anybody else, or you all understand. I just literally sat for 30 minutes sobbing.
Me too.
Yeah. Anyway, and then I watched Fourth Muster and Love Yourself. So I managed quite a few of them, actually. I think I only missed 2, which is pretty good.
It was really good. It's better than I did. I will say, I'm so fascinated by their, like, stage production over the years, where they've come to where they are now.
Yeah.
Like, I want to know the decision-making process behind it. And, like, one example I'll give is the fact that Most Beautiful Moment in Life started out, like, the opener to the whole concert was House of Cards, followed by
Hold Me Tight.
Hold Me Tight, and then
Let Me Know.
yeah, Let Me Know.
Yeah.
So it's like this. It was just this like power ballad, like 25 minutes of power ballads, and and I remember like we were all talking and we were just like, what? This is what they started out with.
Yeah, I remember.
And then, but obviously, like by the end of that concert, they just went hog wild.
That concert was just a big sex fest, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
My god. But do you know what really interested me was just seeing how the audience changed, just one after another, just getting bigger and bigger, and the army bombs changing and them getting more stable. And honestly, the Wings tour looked intense. I'm so glad that they added more like lengthy breaks and things like that.
I will say that when they film these concerts, they cut out all the like white noise.
Well, they do.
Yeah. So, like, it goes from one to the next a lot quicker. I remember thinking that when they showed the Love Yourself in Seoul on in theaters, like, I wanted the whole concert experience where you have to wait between songs for the next one. And it was just like, before I had caught my breath, the next one was going. And I was just like, I'm not emotionally ready. So if you're at an actual concert, there's a little more break time. And then for Wings, I saw people online who like were there saying that like they had cut out parts where they talk.
Okay, that makes a lot more sense then. But it still looked very intense. Right. So I wrote some notes about what I wanted to say. And
Go for it.
I'll just like, kind of go off them. We can talk about them. So the first thing is that BTS's discography really doesn't have any skips, does it? Like,
there's a song for every occasion.
Yeah, it's crazy how diverse and creative their entire discography is. And I found myself like rediscovering songs. I listen to basically like every BTS song. I have a playlist that's like 10 hours of BTS songs, and I listen to pretty much all of them all the time. But some of them aren't my favorites. And then I realized again when watching, I was like, wait, this song is like amazing. Why have I been sleeping on this? Or like it just made me realize. And like every era was just so great. And also the fact that they've really just been phenomenal from the start, haven't they? Like, and I knew all of these things already, but just watching the concerts in such a quick succession, one to the next, and like seeing the years pass, it really makes you appreciate it on a different level.
Agreed. Because it's one thing to know, it's one thing for the fandom as a whole to collectively say they've always been good. It's another to, for yourself, watch their concerts and feel thoroughly entertained and be like, this is objectively really good. It's a really good concert.
Yeah, like I was having just as much of a blast from the very first concert as I was until the end. They were just as good. Maybe they were on a bigger scale. Maybe they had more budget. But the sound and the performance, it was just as entertaining.
They've always thrown their all into it. You know why? I feel it's because they felt at every step of the way that was their last curtain call, that they wouldn't get any more chances after that. You know, because of their rocky history, because of all the shit that went down with them behind the scenes, all of the pushback they got from everyone in the industry. They were like, this might be the last time we get to be here. Let's make it count. Let's regret nothing.
Yeah, I completely agree, to be honest. You just saw it in every concert. And also just how grateful they were that even one person was in the audience each time they had a concert. It was just so amazing to see. And I think like my next point is how different a concert experience is when you know all the background information. Like when you're watching the HYYH era and you know that this was what gave them their first win after 2 years of struggling, and they didn't have that big of a fandom, and this was when people really started to pay attention to them, and they actually had a tour that they could do, and then when you know about what happened after the epilogue concert and all the horrible things that they went through that day and how awful that must have been, and then when you think of Wings, where they thought that that was the peak of their career and that was the end and they were never going to top that, and then you watch the muster and it's right before they considered disbanding, and just watching it with all of that context and knowing it all in the back of your head just makes it so personal,
makes it so much more meaningful.
Yeah.
And that is why we all cried.
Yeah.
We talked about this last night, how Wings the final, they didn't think that they had a career like that there was more after that. They thought that was the end.
Because that's the peak of an artist like that. Like someone from Korea who's in an idol group, what they achieved in their Wings tour is the peak of what anyone had achieved up until that point. There was nothing else.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they were obviously struggling. I can't imagine how much toll it took on them to travel around the world and have a 10-month tour.
Mm-hmm.
And even if they had theoretical breaks and, came back to Korea, it's not the same when you have an ongoing project on such a massive scale that takes such strenuous effort physically, mentally, emotionally, vocally, and just it's incredible that they were able to persevere through it. And even when, like, we've all seen the Burn the Stage documentary and how it really was taking a toll on them, like, especially towards the end, everybody getting physical injuries, having to sit out, and them feeling devastated that they couldn't end on the high note that they wanted. Like,
and I mean,
intense.
And the other thing that we talked about briefly last night is we both cried a lot about the fact that
every fact,
everything, but especially about how brave they were for continuing after that. You okay?
I spilled. Hold on. Sorry, I didn't mean to ruin the gravity of what you were saying.
But no, what I was saying is, how brave it was of them to continue. Because when you think about it in the context of things, if Wings is the highest they can reach, in their opinion, that's the most that they can do, that's the most that they can achieve. They wanted and have talked many times about how they didn't want to be one of those artists that just kind of flopped and they reached a certain point and then they didn't leave and then it was just drawn out and they became kind of like...
And they become an artist that the industry escorts out. Like, okay, goodbye, thank you,
and
goodbye.
People stop watching them and find new groups and all of a sudden they start falling and they start going down. And that could have very easily happened. I don't think it would have happened with them, but I mean, in their opinion and from their view, that was a big risk to take. They could continue, make more albums and keep going, but it might not sell as many. The fans might start leaving because that was very typical. And the fact that they went on from that, and not only went on from that, but started the Love Yourself era, which was such a vast change from the Wings era, which got so much attention. And they've said, like, they did this for two reasons, I believe. Well, maybe three, actually. One, for the fans. One, for ARMY, because they wanted to keep going for them. Two, because they love music and they love their art and their craft. And three, for each other. Like, I think those are the main reasons that they continued. But it was such a risk to take, and it really could have destroyed them mentally. But they took that chance anyway. And knowing that chance paid off, and watching the Wings final, and just it just was so just something you can't explain, to be honest. I'm gonna stop talking now.
I completely agree with what you're saying, and as I'm listening to you, I think about how, to me, what you're saying is so meaningful because I'm in this fandom and I understand everything that has gotten BTS to where they are today. For anyone who's not an ARMY, who's not familiar with BTS or all this stuff, they would just be like, yeah, they continued for their fans, for themselves. It comes across as like selfish and narcissistic, and that's not it at all. It's something done out of love. Yeah.
And because they simply couldn't bear to leave it behind.
The other thing I always think about is that Bang PD Nim always told them that if you're going to make music, it has to be about you. Don't make shit up. It has to be personal to you, or else it won't be personal to anyone. And so when you think of all of the music they've made in the context that they are in, well, one, it becomes even more meaningful. That's why watching the concerts is so impactful. But also in the case of like going from Wings, which was them kind of coming to terms with their identity and like the cornerstone of who they were, and like the big problem or struggle that they were having as they continued to, you know, come to adulthood. The next step was them saying, I need to learn how to love myself. I need to learn how to be happy with who I am and my existence on this earth.
Yeah.
And what a massive, complicated, and deep topic to tackle on a world stage with everybody else
going
who cares
from...
Yeah?
Sorry, continue.
It's just like... Right, because we end up all doing it with them. So what a massive undertaking, what a journey to go on with your fans, not knowing where it's going to come out on the other side. What were you going to say?
Yeah, I was going to say, like, and going from something like Blood, Sweat and Tears, and then we had Spring Day was next, right? And then DNA. It was such a vast change, and especially like with the music video that was just so bright and colorful and such a difference to their narrative videos that they'd been doing. And the thing that they probably could have done if they were with another company, I believe this probably is what would have happened. They would have released Blood, Sweat and Tears. It would have got a lot of renowned success, and they would have recycled it and reused it and played the sexy concept and kept it going and stuck with the same thing, and people would have liked it for a little while, and then they would have been like, okay,
what comes after that?
Yeah, like, you're sexy, but so is loads of people.
Yeah.
And
although, to be fair, I haven't seen that concept repeated.
Oh, no. Definitely not.
No one has touched it. I think because they're afraid of being compared to BTS, and they're like, I'm okay.
But the thing that I mean is, like, they could have continued trying to do the same thing that got them a lot of success. And they didn't. They just stayed true to themselves, and they took such a wide U-turn. And I just respect that so much. Like, everything they have done from day one has been a risk and has been, like, so different to what anybody else is doing. But that's what makes it so special. And, like, that's why they're where they are.
They're forging the path ahead alone, and it's terrifying, but nobody else can follow because it's their path and theirs alone.
Yeah, and agreed. So...
Did you have any...
Oh, yeah, I wanted to just say about... I sent this to you, but I was... So after the first day of the concert, I got all emo about the early years, and then I decided to start watching all the videos from day one of on their YouTube channel. I started doing it with the V Lives as well, but I just wanted to watch the YouTube ones. Anyway, I came across an interview when I was like researching all of these things, and it was Bang PD, and he said something along the lines of that he'd found his notes from 2012, and in it he'd written, what is the hero that the youth of today needs and is looking for? It's not somebody who dictates to them from above. It's someone that gives a shoulder to lean on without even having to say anything. And that was the concept that birthed BTS. And isn't that what they are? Like, they're not people that we see as these perfect beings who we look up to.
They're not idols.
Yeah, they're not. They're just... But they're not even musicians, like, in terms of normal artists, because what other normal artist feels like your family? Like, you feel like you know them personally and they love you actually, truly, in the way that you care for them. I can't think of one.
Neither can I.
Yeah.
I don't need anyone else.
Oh, same.
That's the joy of this kind of fulfilling artist-fan relationship that is akin to family. You're like, I'm good.
Yeah.
Plus, I also just wanted to go back to something we were talking about before about how, like, all of their songs cross so many different genres. That just takes me back to the fact that, like, growing up, when I was discovering music on the internet, especially when Cough Cough LimeWire was around, I didn't understand genres. I was never good at labeling a song on a genre or subgenres. To this day, if there's whatever kind of music, I end up having to Google. I'm like, what is this? What's the genre? What does that mean? Wikipedia, what kind of genre, like what kind of music falls in this genre? Like, I never know, and I never understand how things are categorized, because to me, I don't think like that. So when BTS were saying in recent interviews, like, we don't have a genre, we do everything. Like, BTS is the genre. Yeah. I'm like, I so connect with that. I so relate to that, because it's like them saying, we make music. We make music based on what we feel like making that seems to convey what we're trying to say, whatever we're doing. And the rest of us go, I see what you're trying to say. Or I understand based on what you put together.
And this is the thing that honestly, again, separates them from other artists, because I hear a lot of people say about other artists, oh, I liked their old sound better, or they've strayed too far from this genre to another genre, so their audience aren't going to like it anymore. And that's the thing. Most musicians are completely their music, which is great, which is fine. But it's like, you like them because you like their music. And if they start making music that isn't really your thing, then you don't really like it anymore. But with BTS, because we love them as people, their music comes from that. And so you can love their music, but you also can appreciate anything they do because of who they are. So I'm not describing this as well as I'd like to.
Well, no. I think what you're trying to say is that you're willing to go on the musical journey with them, because we all know in the beginning, the earlier albums are very hip hop and R&B heavy. That was what they were good at. And then with time, they went into all these other different directions. By the time they got to Love Yourself, there was a lot more EDM, a lot more of a, I don't know, modern dance sound to their music. And that was also one of their fears, that like, oh, the switch up in the music would alienate fans. But the thing is if they took the journey to get to, you know, discover these new genres of music, as fans who care about them and their journey, we're ready to go on that journey with them.
And I think if you're somebody that likes music in general, you can appreciate songs no matter what the genre is. You might still have your preferences, but you can be like, damn, this is a good song. And I feel like that's how I feel. I've always been one of those people that listens to every kind of genre and has really weird playlists that have no connection from one song to the next.
Yeah.
So for me, BTS's discography is perfect because I love that about them. I suppose we'd have to ask somebody that usually sticks to one genre how they feel.
I have to go to the shade room.
Okay.
So, you remember when the reviews started coming out for Map of the Soul 7? There were a couple of people who didn't understand what genre BTS's music was in, and they reviewed it negatively as like, they do too much genre hopping, it's confusing, you know, like their message or ideas are getting lost in their different music. I remember seeing that and I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
The average listener, in my opinion, anybody can correct me if they know better, doesn't care about genre. Like, different subgenres or whatever. If you like a song, you like a song. And if it has a genre, you might look for more things that fall in that genre, but you like music for music. And so the average person isn't listening to BTS's music and going, oh, this is a different genre. Oh, my mind doesn't know how to listen to this music. Like, for another, they sing in Korean. So we end up doing homework already to try and figure out what the point of the song is and like read all those translations. So along the way, that is how we learn what the song is about. And then we go, interesting. We know all of them are very introspective and detail-oriented people. I wonder why they chose this style of music to convey this message. Oh, I can't wait for Namjoon's V-Live where he explains the album because I really want to hear about the creative process. That is what we think about.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, I feel like you're limited if you stick in one genre, because how best to describe anger than in a hip-hop focused song like How best to describe sexy than in a neo-soul stripped back song like Singularity? How best to describe love and like sincerity than in a really emotional, powerful ballad like Epiphany? Like, you can have different emotions in the same genre, but it's not the same as the instrumental reflecting that emotion. Like, different genres have different things that they're best at, and so why do people limit themselves to only doing one? I don't understand.
And that's where I come back to the fact that I think the average person doesn't really do that. So when you have these music reviewers who are, publishing their opinions for these music magazines or whatever, who are they writing their opinion for?
God, another one I heard?
For, like, the librarian of music genres? Who the fuck cares?
Yeah. Another one that I heard that it was an okay review other than this, but they were like, oh, here we've reached the emotional apex of the album, which is a bit cringe and cliche at times, or something like that. It was during the, like, 0 o'clock Inner Child, Friends, and then We Are Bulletproof part. And I'm just like, are you not following? It's a narrative. Like, they're not just like, oh, we're going to put in loads of emotional songs here. And then like it's a narrative. The whole point is that they connect to each other. Of course, they're going to be in a similar style of message because that's the whole point of a story. Ugh.
That's the other thing that confuses me. Like, people who can't understand that it's a narrative, or that it's not that difficult. Like, a surface level search through the fandom will, through whatever, like, BTS release where they explained what it is they're making, all the promo they did, just looking at that alone will help you understand what exactly this album is, in what context it was made, and how to listen to it. And then you still have all these people going, this is really cringy. This is hard to follow. It's very clumsy. That's what I hate. When people say that it was very clumsily put together. And I'm like, are you implying that this was lazy, that their message is convoluted? Because I'm sitting right here. I don't speak a lick of Korean, and I understood it just fucking fine.
Yeah, it's not fucking hard to see when you start with something saying persona. That's the name of the song.
Who the hell am I?
Who the hell am I? And then having loads of songs about like introspection and kind of like putting on a face, and then going into a darker theme of Shadow and Black Swan and Louder Than Bombs. If you read the lyrics, then it's not hard. And then moving on to a Resolve. Like, it's not difficult. Anyone that can't see that, in my opinion, who reviews their albums is either A, lazy, or B, stupid.
Lazy and stupid. Yeah. Those are the biggest roadblocks to, honestly, to BTS blowing up even more in America than they already have. People being lazy and stupid.
Anyway, we've been talking for far too long on ARMY recap, so we really need to move on.
All right, that was great. Let's move on.
We usually spend 20 minutes on ARMY recap.
Okay, we had to talk about BangBangCon, okay? And that was gonna take a while. We originally had plans to do another game in the beginning. Yeah.
We had to talk about this because, come on.
Anyway, moving on. So, ARMY review. These two ARMYs are reviewing. Oh, Billy, your name tag isn't there.
Oh, no.
No one knows what your name is.
Oh, they've probably never seen me before. Whilst you do that, so we're moving on to the second
There you go.
album now. It's actually like come around pretty quickly, to be honest. But yeah,
1 hour in, yeah, very, or one and
no,
a half hours.
I mean in terms of our episodes and things, like we're already moving on to the next album, and I mean the first one wasn't exactly the longest, and we did a bit of it on the other podcast, but I'm quite excited to go on to Oh Are You Late To, because when Shadow came out, and we found out that it was sampling the intro, I very much went back and just browsed over the whole album and analyzed all the lyrics on it, because I was like, oh, they're gonna be going back to this era, and what an album, honestly. Like, Oh Are You Late To is such a great album. It has such cockiness and resolve and just this fire, and I love it. I love that. Yeah.
Wrong album.
Yeah.
I have comments on this, but do you want to introduce the song and or this intro and what it's about?
Yes. So I've got a few comments, but not as many for this one, because I think with this song, it's a very good gateway from the last album to this album. So the last album was very much about kind of, especially No More Dream, like we've forgotten how to dream. We don't know who we are anymore. We're just being told to live a certain way, and we don't want to live like that anymore, and things like that. And then moving on to this album, this song is kind of like a mixture of that feeling and then this resolve to change that, to break free and to do something else. And so I really liked that this intro really felt like a gateway from one album to the next album. And so he's just talking in it about how you only get one life to live and you're wasting it. So let's change that. And I love, so he just talks about how people will tell him a certain thing of, you should be this way, you should be that way. But he kind of finishes at the end with like, what is my dream? I need to look for it now. So yeah, I mean, I'll just say my comments before you get into it, because I think you'll have more to say on this than me. But so the main thing, obviously, I think you'll probably have this as well, is this is the song that says my heart stopped when I was 9 or 10, that he references in the UN speech.
I actually didn't have that. That's awesome.
Oh, you didn't?
Mm-mm.
Oh, well, yeah. So it has the line, my heart stopped when I was 9 or 10. And in his UN speech, he says, in an intro to one of our early albums, this is what I said. And that's when he talks about how we became ghosts and lost our names because our hearts weren't beating anymore. And this message, honestly, really changed a lot for me, especially when I heard that UN speech, and then when I went back to these albums. And again, at the end, he says, I ask, what was my dream? And then there's a pause and he says, wait, what was it really? And honestly, that's just so relevant in this day and age. And I think it's universal, no matter where you are in the world. When you're young, when you're at school, you're told to do a certain thing, to follow education. You can do other things later, and you've just got to focus on getting this backup plan first, because the only thing in life that you can rely on is yourself and stability, and you need to get a good job and you need to be able to support yourself. And everybody feels that way. And so it's, I'll just push off the dream for a while. You can come back to it. You can come back to it. Just push it away for a bit and focus on school. And then when you get older, but then by the time you get older, you're so in it that you don't even see. And this is what happened for me. Like when I was younger, it was my dream to be a singer. I wanted to be a musician. And that's when I was 14 or 15, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to go to a music school, and I wanted to write songs, and I wanted to learn instruments, and that's what I wanted to do. But I was convinced to focus on school, and oh, you can go back to that later. Just like go to school, get your A levels, get your degree, and then you have a backup, and then you can go forward. And then I always had that mindset until I got to about halfway through university. And by that point, my dreams started to change. And when people would say, what do you want to do? It would be, oh, I want to be a lecturer. I want to get a PhD, and then I want to be a lecturer, and I want to focus on studying and being in education. And that was my dream. And then when I found BTS and I saw all of these things and these messages, I was like, that was the dream that I had told myself was my dream, but it wasn't really my dream. And I always kind of described it as like, I'd convinced myself that 50% was 100%. And I was living at 50% and not even seeing it. And I'd put off 100% for so long, thinking that it just wasn't an option. And yeah, so this song like really gets to me because it's just so personal, and it's something BTS taught me, and something that since finding them, I've been trying to undo. But my main point for all of this is I wish that I'd have had someone like this when I was in school, when I was first told those things, so that I didn't have to have that whole process of going through all of that and then coming back full circle. And just how incredible it must have been for teenagers to hear this album and to see these messages. It's so important. Yeah, that's all I have to say.
I think what you're talking about and how you changed your dream to be, I don't know, more realistic is something that's common for people who have interests and passions and want to do things for a living that are creative, that are things that don't typically give you a steady income unless you're a musician at, I don't know, of BTS's caliber. I guess I'm a little similar in that I've always enjoyed writing, but I was like, okay, well, I can't make money that way. What can I make money at? Okay, I can finance money. But it was like later in life, and like the last couple of years, I've reintroduced myself to writing and found passions writing about BTS. So I don't know. I agree with you that it's so important to be reminded that ideas like this, that you should reevaluate your dream and make sure you're doing something that makes you happy, not something that somebody else says will make you happy. That's something you should do. And if no one is telling you that in your life, then like you can theoretically know that you should think about your dream, that you should love yourself. But if no one is telling you that repeatedly, if no one is reinforcing those messages as worthy of your time and energy and effort, you're gonna park it on the wayside because there's other things that you have to do.
And the thing is, it's not even that they're just not telling you, they're telling you the opposite. And sadly, that's what society has become. You shouldn't be focusing on these things, you should be focusing on other things. And parents will convince you that you should be focusing on other things because that's what they think is the best thing to do, because that's what they were told was the best thing to do. And yes, it is an easier way of like making income in the future, and it's the safe option. And I feel like for a lot of people, the safe option is better. But for me, like the safe option was never my choice. I was never a safe option kind of person. Yeah, and I think I had a point. What was I saying now? So yeah, like when society is actively telling you the opposite, you just adapt to it. And I think that's the same thing with what he says here with my heart stopped when I was 9 or 10. You change and you become a product of your environment. And it's so sad.
That's what I was going to say. I think the part in the beginning of the intro where he's talking in English, I like that what he says is, whatever you do becomes who you are. So if you want to follow your dream, you need to start now, because if you follow a different dream or do something for someone else, then you become that person instead. And I just, I found that very, very true.
Yeah, I actually highlighted that one as well, because it's true. It's whether that be positive or negative, you can only know if you kind of give it your all. And that's the catch-22 of these things, in that if you're not giving your all to something, then you're probably not going to achieve it. And I just keep losing my train of thought. I'm sorry.
You know, it's like the other thing though is like some people can give their all and it still won't be enough. So it's very hard advice to give, because you want to tell everybody, oh, follow your dream. But if your dream is to be a chimney sweep who only wears red, like, okay, good luck supporting yourself. So I like that they don't just say, like, fuck the system, do what you want. They say, evaluate where it is that you're going, because what you're doing right now is what your future will look like.
Yeah.
And if you are okay with that future, good. If you're not okay, then you have to think about how to change it. But they don't give you the answer. They just...
Yeah, agree.
And so what I wanted to say is that Mama, Hong Kong, 2018, this song, a remix of it was put into their Mama performance, where he like combined it with Fake Love, and I loved it. It was incredible. And I liked that all these years later, he answered himself from way back when. So if the message that he was saying before was that don't be late to what you want to do. By the way, I didn't understand. I always thought that the title of this album was like someone texting someone else on their way to school, like, oh, are you late too? Because, you know.
So did I, is it not?
No, because what he's saying in the intro is don't be late to what you want to do, because what you do becomes who you are. So don't be late. Like, don't put it off. And I was like, but anyway, so, and
I feel like it's both. I do feel like it's both.
I do think it's both, but I also like that he's just like saying, to, you know, whoever's listening to the album, like, oh, are you late to your dream too? Don't worry, that's common. Let's all pause to think and reevaluate.
Wow.
But so his answer in Mama in 2018 was, I'm an idol. I'm sick of fake love, fake friends, fake respect. I am who I am and I'm proud. So what I've done is who I am now, and like I am proud that I am an idol. And I just really love that, and I just think the mashup was incredible.
Yeah, everything you did would be exactly what you will be. So he did everything to become an idol, and an idol is what he became, and he didn't care.
Yeah, and I think when he says, I'm sick of the fake love, fake friends, fake respect, he's talking about the backlash BTS got when they started, like, you know, all the people who would say one thing to their face and another thing behind their back, the ridicule from, and the rejection from the hip-hop community, and he's just like, I don't care about all of that. I am who I am, and I'm proud of it.
This was another thing I wanted to say that I forgot about.
What?
Like I said, I was watching all the old videos and things, and one thing that was really common with Namjoon's was he felt like he wasn't proving himself as a rapper in the group. He would say things like, oh, I can't really show my best in a small verse, or I met up with friends and they told me that it wasn't as good anymore, and I agree with them. And like, first of all, fuck you.
Fuck those friends.
Yeah, they were obviously the types of people that were fucking jealous and just
that were
hateful.
jealous and probably like, man, you're a poser. That's
Yeah.
not how hip hop works.
Yeah.
Oh, what the fuck would they know?
Yeah. Yeah, but I think he had this really big issue with feeling like he wasn't showing his potential and I wonder if that's why they began doing solos in their albums and why Namjoon was the first one. Like, because it very much does veer off from tradition of what other people do. They don't really have solos in their albums of the group as a whole. And I just
Which
really
I love,
that.
by the way.
Love it. Yeah.
Like,
I
love
adore
it times 3,000%.
Yes. And it lets them, because I feel like Namjoon probably had quite a difficulty in not, especially at the beginning, I don't think so now, but at the beginning of the career with them, that he couldn't fully show himself. Like, he'd been doing things just solo and proving himself to people and getting lots of compliments and then going into something where he was one of 7
And the leader.
And he wasn't the only person making decisions on the music. And so I wonder if that is why they decided to add in solos with this album. It would be interesting to know. But it gave him a chance to fully just express himself as an artist and an individual. And then the fact that they continued that with the other rappers and then with the vocalists as well.
Yeah.
I just love that.
You know what else? They might have done that because they had certain people in the group who had a much higher ability to produce, to write lyrics, specifically Namjoon and Yoongi. So had they continued to just make group songs, like, and that's all, then people would just have a tendency of leaning on those that were more talented in that area. It's just natural, right? You're a group and you have strengths in these areas with these people, let them lead. But if you force everybody to have a solo song, then they themselves have to think it through and think about what it is they want to sing about. Obviously, they can still get help putting all of that together, and I know they did. But it forces everybody to be more involved, and it stretches them as artists.
Yes.
And I think they really needed that. Like, I think the fact that they've had solo songs really just showcase that they all have the potential to be successful solo artists.
Oh, 100%. I've said it so many times that each of them, I think, would be successful in their own market. But
and they still stay together, and that's why it's so much more meaningful.
But that links to the other thing I was going to say, in the sense of even if they loved each other as much as they do, if they weren't allowed to be individuals, if they weren't allowed to release their mixtapes when they wanted to put things on SoundCloud, to have solos in the album, they were bound to feel stifled and to feel like they can't be fully creative. And what a genius idea to let them be individuals within a group. And that's why a lot of groups break up, even if they like each other. It's because, well, I want to make the music I like, and I want to be able to showcase my full potential. And I just love that about it.
Agree. Is it common for other artists to have SoundClouds and release all this, like, other stuff in addition to their main company promoted stuff?
I don't think so. No. I think they'll have remixes but no, I don't think so.
Because I think that in itself is just so telling, that you gave these immensely talented, creative people, you put them all together, you said, you have to make something together, you have to be cohesive here, but we understand that you are creative, and creative people are not, they're not factories. Like, you can't just say, make a creative thing, go. Here's the...
I'm not...
So if I just wanted to finish this. If you allow them an outlet, like just the freaking SoundCloud alone, like, you give people a chance, you give those creative people a chance to just let out all of the energy that they have inside and not allow it to get pent up, because pent up creative energy is, I agree with you, why groups break up.
And what I was going to say is that it's not only that they give them the freedom, they actively assist with these things. they will give them the equipment and the team that they need. They will pay for music shootings. Like, that just shows, because they don't have to do that. Like, they can say, well, you're with our company as a group and you can release solo things if you want to, but that's on you. But they don't do that. And
well, they kind of do, right? Because that's where I get confused, because like Namjoon said in one of their like promos, I think for maybe Love Yourself Answer, where he's like, we're allowed to make individual mixtapes and pursue other creative projects, but we have to do it on our own. We have to pay for it on our own. And obviously at this point in the game they have the funds. But it's like, I feel like it's like a parent telling their kid, like, okay, you want to do this? Go do it on your own. You have my full support.
I feel like maybe it's different now, but surely when like RM's first mixtape came out, surely he wouldn't have had the funds to film all of his videos.
No, that's where I get conflicted, because you're right. They get company filmed music videos.
Yeah.
For all of their stuff. So I don't know. Maybe
it's a mix.
Maybe it's like the original concept and all of this has to come from you, but you are allowed to use company resources when they are not being used for something else.
I think that's probably what it is, yeah. And just one last thing about this, we should have been on tangent really for it this whole time. But one last thing is that they couldn't release, as BTS, like obviously they can be sincere and genuine in their music, but there is a limit. Like, they couldn't have released the type of sound that August D was as BTS. It's just not feasible, because they have, some of their fan base is very young, and like they have a certain restrictions that they just need to be considerate of. And it's the same with Mono. Like with Mono, it's beautiful, but BTS albums always tend to have a resolve, and like Mono is very much, no, I'm not gonna put any ribbons on it. I'm gonna be as clear as it is, and this is how I feel. And same with obviously.
I'm gonna be sad.
Yeah, and I'm gonna be sad. And I mean, obviously we have Everything Goes in there, but I feel like they couldn't really have put these types of tracks on a BTS album. So having the outlet, and the same with Hope World, like when you think about Daydream and the lyrics in it, like, I want to get drunk and I want to go out with my friends and blah, 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 blah. Like, they can't really say that in a BTS song.
Because then the media goes, well, what are you trying to say here after all these other messages you've put out?
Yeah. And like, they have to censor things like alcohol. And it's just something they have to do as a group. But the fact that they have those platforms to be able to just fully release how they feel.
Plus also awesome. Mentally, like for the listener, it's a very clear distinction of this is not the same. This is different. Yes. So do not have the same expectations. Yes. Anyway, do you have anything else to say about this first song? No, it's great. It's phenomenal. Let's move on. No. I think No is honestly quite a follow-on from the previous song, but it's more just a rebellion of, nah, fuck this, I'm out. I feel like that describes the song very well. Yeah, so let me see if I can... I don't have the lyrics in front of me, so please feel free to add on, but let me just give a quick summary. No is BTS's message. I forget what it's supposed to stand for. But it's them... No offense? Maybe. Is it no offense? I'm not 100% sure. Maybe. But it's them saying, you've always been told to work hard, study hard, so you can get into a good college and get a good job. Why? What are you doing that for? Is that your dream, or is that your parents' dream, or is that society's dream? And, like, are you just supposed to take it and be mindless? Or... when are you supposed to have your own opinion? So let's have your own opinion. And like they talk about, the chorus has like, you know, go to Seoul, go to Sky, which are those top 3 Korean universities that everybody wants to get into because they're the Korean equivalent of the Ivy League. And the music videos, obviously, like very dystopian. What a music video. Yeah. So good. like visually that music video is incredible. It
really is.
It's so, the visual literacy in that music video is extremely high. You do not need to speak Korean to understand what it is that they're trying to get across in that song.
Yes.
But yeah, and then I think that's pretty much the gist of the song.
Yeah.
So you're right, it is a follow-up to this intro. And I wanted to make a comment though. Think about the context again that this song was written in. We've talked before about the fact that when we talked about Yoongi and then Hobi, like the context that BTS debuted in was one where it's like everyone's worried about finding a job, being able to support themselves, young people, massive unemployment rate for young people in Korea. They all in one way or another kind of rebelled against their parents' expectations for them to do what everybody else was doing, which was studying, going to university, getting as high grades as possible to have as high chance as possible of getting a good job and being able to support themselves. And they, because of their passions, because of whatever it is that drove them, said no and pursued an avenue for their future that most people don't think is very they just think it's very risky, right? And it took them 3 years to debut. So in all of that time, they were told, did you make a good choice here for your future? Doesn't seem like it. You're not gonna, like, you missed the boat. Should have taken the exam. Should have tried to get into college. You didn't. And they're like,
and they said this a lot in the last album of, oh, everybody's asking me when I'm going to debut. They say I should give it up and go to university. Like, so the fact that this is the follow-up to those feelings of them being a trainee, and then this is the resolve of, I know what I'm doing and
I'm following my dream. I'm following the future that I wanted.
And you know what honestly is just so sad to me is that if it wasn't like this, society, I mean, like if as much weight was put behind creatives or different types of smart rather than just standard basic academia and the same levels of job security or blah blah blah, like it's just so sad. Like if parents supported all types of dreams and every person from day one could just follow what they wanted to do, like it would just be so much better. And I'm just getting all like utopian now.
No, I understand what you're saying, but you know, we both know that even parents, even society saying, should you really be pursuing that is said from a point of concern, from a point of love. Like, I don't think this will be able to give you the comfortable future you want. You will struggle, you will suffer in your future with no guarantee of it paying off. Is this really the best thing that you could do with your life? Do you really have no other avenues that are as likely of making you happy?
But that's what I think is the sad thing about it. And it's like I said before, like if I hadn't have found BTS, I would have continued on my journey that I had planned for myself of getting a degree, getting a master's, getting a PhD, becoming a lecturer, having kids. And then when my kids went to school, I probably would have been saying the exact same thing and I would have forgotten how I used to feel. And that's how it continues, isn't it?
It does, because we all live in the same society, in the same reality, unless it changes. And that is why I, for example, really admire Big Hit, because they're trying to take a business model of creating music groups that then produce music and entertain people and generate income, and trying to turn it from this kind of factory-based approach where you kind of squeeze as much utility out of your assets until you can't anymore, until they have to go to the military, until they get exhausted, until they can't be creative anymore, until they mentally break down and do something that causes a scandal. Like, that is seemingly the model that the other K-pop agencies were taking. And also because it seemed like, well, that's the easiest way, like that's the most surefire way that you're going to make as much money off of these people as possible while
Yeah.
you can. And in contrast to that, Bang PD came in and he's like, no, these are creative people. They're not factories. You have to treat them differently. It's going to take more effort, more time, more money. But out of that, you will get something that is much more self-sustaining, a group that can connect with their fans all the better. And if you build a fan base, then you can create other products around BTS that don't involve them. So like we talked about this before, how it used to be that the model for before BTS, it's like, oh, you're a musician, you make money by making albums and live performances. So either individually or going on like for a show or going on tour. And that's it. That is how you make money off of your artist. But in contrast to that, and then like merch is like a very small percentage of the total money you can make. In contrast to that, you have Big Hit, which is like, let's create intellectual property around our artists so that like, you know, like the BU, BT21, the whatever drama games, the drama shows, so that then we can take all of that intellectual property, make money off of it, and BTS can be separate from that, not involved. So if someone's playing the game, like BTS World, Jimin isn't sitting on the other end getting tired because he has to like click through screens for 80 billion people to say stuff. It's pre-recorded, it's separate from him. Everybody is making money, you know, that has to, you know, for this to be a profitable venture. And it allows the artists to focus on what they're good at and not make them exhausted and make them run ragged trying to make everyone happy.
And this is why it's so frustrating when people say like, oh, they didn't even know about the music video. Thank you. They didn't even know about the music video filming. Oh, Big Hit obviously isn't asking them. Oh, they could have had Jimin dance that solo dance. He's a contemporary dancer, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, aren't you the same people that complain about how hard they work and how tired they look? Because that just seems hypocritical to me. They can't do everything. They're human beings. They can't be involved in the decision making of everything. Like, they'll be involved in the things they want to be involved in. And I'm sure they're just, if it was me and I was working on the next album and somebody came to me and was like, oh, do you want to decide on how this story in this game goes for your character, or would you rather I do it?
They're gonna be like,
pick.
They're gonna be like, I don't have time to think about this.
Yeah.
I'm not qualified. I don't have any experience.
Yeah.
No, I'm good at music.
Let me focus on music. Yeah, exactly. So just reconsider that. Anyway, that's all I have to say. Moving back to the song, so we really need to kind of pick it up. Our pace is very slow today. I'm sorry. We're just both a bit.
30% mental capacity. I don't have anything to say. I'm done.
Okay, so I just have a few things to say. So one of the main things about this song, it talks a lot about how individualizing our society is, and how, like, I do a lot of studying around this, and how we've moved from a society that used to be very community oriented to being very individualizing. And so in today's day and age, it's very much, I focus on me. I have to think about me. I have to think about what car I'm going to get. I have to think about what house I'm going to get. I need to think about what food I'm getting, like what test results I'm getting, etc., etc. And it relates to everyone just feeling so isolated and so alone. And like, your neighbor is also your competition. So you are competing with everybody around you, even if you don't want to be, because that's just the way a lot of the society runs. And like in this song, they say things like, the ones who made us step on even our close friends to climb up. So I think, again, this is what BTS are doing, which makes them so special, is they're reminding people of the thing that we're missing, and that thing is community and is human connection. And that's the thing that I feel like, especially when you look at teenagers these days, how insecure, how alone, how much they suffer with identity and with mental health and all these types of things. In my personal opinion, a lot of it is to do with this lack of human connection. And isn't it so incredible that BTS, even from this early on, are saying, open your eyes. This is what they're doing. Stop. Like, don't do it. Don't listen anymore. Like, say no. And
Everybody
I think,
say no.
yeah, I think that's the main thing I have to say for this. Honestly, I think a lot of people know this song very well. It's a title, so the lyrics, I think most people know very well. Most people know the messages.
I can't listen to this song anymore without thinking of MMA 2019 with their like dubstep dance break for this song.
Yeah.
Yeah. So good.
So great. So yeah, we'll move on.
All right, it is time for a break. I hope everyone's bladder is doing okay. Mine isn't. I need to go.
Yeah.
So, alrighty, we'll be back in a little bit.
손에 술잔 다른 손에 든 칠성 투명한 크리스탈 잔속 찰나기는 예술로 술이 힘어 마시면 예술 You don't know what to do 내가 보여줄게 난 전혀 다른 걸 주제 아이비와 거친 나무로 된 마이크 첫째다 한숨에 나오는 소리 따윈 없다 해가 들 때까지 with the party yeah 잠이 들 때까지 with the party yeah Sing it 불러 다시 drink it 마셔 다시 우린 두 번 태어나 장작의 거통 시대의 허통 너와의 소통 Okay now I'm ready for show 다 마셔 내 술잔에 다 빠져 미친 예술가에 한열 두잔 예술의 집을 엉해야 다 마셔 내 술잔에 다 빠져 미친 예술가에 한열 두잔 인간의 집을 엉해야 무대로 대들리는 환호성 Can't see my step, rock and feel so CJ 난 다시 태어나는 비로소 When the night comes When the night comes 스튜디오를 채운 덤덤덤 Bass drum goes like 덤덤덤 Yeah 해가 뜰 때까지 with the party yeah 잠이 들 때까지 with the party yeah Sing it 불러 다시 drink it 마셔 다시 우린 두 번 태어나 천장의 거쳐 시대의 허통 너와의 소통 Okay now I'm ready for show 다 마셔 내 술잔에 다 빠져 미친 예술가에 한잔 두잔 예술의 집을 엉해야 다 마셔 내 술잔에 다 빠져 미친 예술가에 한잔 두잔 우리가 떠나하는 전 세계 어디든지 다른 party Take time but don't 태어나 다시 왔으가 나를 free 다시 왔으가 나를 free 다시 왔으가 나를 free 네가 알고 있던 예술과 이든 뭐가 중요하잖아 예술도 이 정도면 그러면 Step it up 자신과 싸움해질 싸움 배를 들어 올리고 원샷 허나 난 여전히 목말라
You ready for this? Are you ready to get hyped up? Cool.
마셔 내 술잔에 다 빠져 미친 예술가에 예술의 집을 엉해야 마셔 내 술잔에 다 빠져 미친 예술가에 인간의 집을 엉해야 I wanna be rapped. I wanna be the top. I wanna be a rockstar. I want it on mine. I wanna be rich. I wanna be the king. I wanna go win. I wanna be rapped. I wanna be the top. I wanna be a rockstar. I want it on mine. I wanna be rich. I wanna be the king. I wanna be me. I wanna pick team over. Let me see. I got a big dream. Yeah. 매일 설레지 내가 어디까지 갈지. 정신없이 달리다 보니 어느새 여기까지 왔지. Yeah. 발 밑에 그림자. 고개 숙여 보니 더 커지잖아. 도망쳐봤잖아. 따라오는 저 빛과 비례하는 내 그림자. Whoa. 두려워 누가 나는 게 난 무섭지 아무도 말 안 해줬잖아 여기가 얼마나 외로운지 말여 나의 도약은 추락이 될 수 있단 걸 이제 알겠어 때론 도망이 차선이란 걸 사람들은 뭐 말하지 저 빛 속은 찬란한 내 근데 내 그림자 되려 더 커져 나를 삼켜 괴물이 돼저 위로 또 위로만 가다 보니 여긴 어지러워 더 위로만 가는 실온 무사히 바람대로 높게 날고 있는 순간 저 내려쬐는 빛에 더 커진 그림자 Please don't let me shine, don't let me down, don't let me fly 이제는 두려워 가장 밑바닥에 나를 마주하는 순간 공교롭게도 여긴 창공이잖아 Please don't let me shine, don't let me down, don't let me fly 이제는 무서워 Don't let me shine 웃어봐 뭘 망설여 네가 바라던 게 이런 게 아니었니 울던가 뭐가 두려워 네가 원하던 게 이런 게 아니었니 네가 바란 삶 네가 원한 삶 네가 피한 삶 그 없이 다 이랬지 거기에다 너는 비카스 네가 원한 건 모든 걸 가졌지 근데 뭐가 문제야 즐겨 아님 노통가 싫어 그럼 달리던가 뭐 멈추던가 한 가지만 하라고 징징대지 말고 알려줄 적 없다고 정말 몰랐었냐고 네가 가진 만큼만 나는 가져갈게 그게 뭐든지 말여 때론 너의 휴식은 추락이 된단 걸 이제 알겠니 매번 최선이란 걸 바람대로 높게 날고 있는 순간 저 내려쬐는 빛에 더 커진 그림자 Please don't let me shine Don't let me down Don't let me fly 이제는 두려워 가장 밑바닥에 나를 마주하는 순간 공교롭게도 여긴 창공이잖아 Please don't let me shine Don't let me down Don't let me fly 이제는 무서워 Don't let me shine I wanna be the top I wanna be a rockstar I want it on mine I wanna be rich I wanna be the king I wanna go win I wanna be rapped I wanna be the top I wanna be a rockstar I want it on mine I wanna be rich I wanna be the king I wanna be me I wanna be 그래 나는 너고 너는 나야 이제 알겠니 그래 너는 나고 나는 너야 이제 알겠지 우리랑 몸을 걷고 내가 별을 쳐야지 너는 절대 나를 떼어낼 수 없어 알겠지 떼어낼 수 없어 네가 뭐를 하든지 인정 가능돼도 변화나겠지 성공 혹은 실패 연애이든지 도망칠 수 없어 내가 너지 나는 너고 너는 나야 알겠니 너는 나고 나는 너야 알겠니 우리가 몸을 걸고 부딪히겠지 우린 너고 우린 나야 알겠니
Welcome back.
Hi everyone. You forgot to turn your mic off that time, by the way.
Oh, did I?
Oh, nice headband.
No, I did actually turn off my mic. You just get to hear me anyway. You can't mute me.
Oh. So, are we ready for some Army fun time at 1:30 a.m.?
I needed some pep me up. Is that a word? Pep me up?
Pick me
I needed help, so I put on my headband.
up. Nice, I like it.
Thank
You
you.
look about 10 years younger.
I'm 12. I mentioned to you that I was at the taping for the Today Show. I was lucky enough to win those like tickets to go be in the audience. And I went there, I met up with a couple of Army friends, and my husband was there as well. And the thing is I had my bright pink hair, and I had this headband on, and I didn't think this through, but every time they panned over the audience, you can see me. So if anyone wants to go check out, like, the Today Show taping, every time they pan over the audience, look for this getup. you will see it. From the
That's
front,
cool.
from the back, I'm always there. And I was like, oh my God, this... Like, people at my work, because I had to take the day off, like, they watched it online and, like, screenshotted it and sent it to me. Like, people I don't typically see every day, and I was like, oh my God.
Sorry, my dog was just being annoying. He's come to keep me company.
Cute. All right, so, Billy, what are we doing today?
We are having some trivia today.
Yeah.
I don't know about you guys, but there's been a lot of like online quizzes happening with people around me, friends and stuff, making quizzes and doing them online since we're quarantined. So I thought we could have a BTS quiz, because I don't get to have a BTS quiz with anyone around me because none of them are armies.
Yeah. So, for the first one that we wanted to do, we had one of our friends put it together. It's 5 questions. Neither one of us have looked at it. I think they're multiple choice, but I don't know. And we have, so it's like it's in a Word doc, and the answers are in a separate Word doc. So we're about to see how well we can do this. Are you ready?
My brain is not operating.
Neither is mine. This will be great. Are you ready?
Okay, yeah.
All right. So,
Yes. Stop.
what is correct? Do you know your branding? Oh,
Oh,
fuck.
is this BangBangCon in there?
Yeah, I'm stuck between 2 options.
Yeah.
If anyone is watching this and they speak Korean, they're gonna be like, you fucking idiots. And the answer is yes.
Okay, right. I think I know which one it is, and I'm going to tell you why. I know the first character. But by way of observing, actually, you tell me what yours... We'll just say our answers first, and then we'll say our reasons. Okay, so
Alright, hold on. Okay. Do you want to say them at the same time?
Yeah.
Okay, on the count of 3.
Let me just double check that I've got the right one. Okay, yeah.
Okay.
1,
2,
2,
3.
3.
D.
E.
It's definitely not E.
How do you know?
Because I know the middle character is a house.
Damn it. Well, I'll tell you how I went for this. I know the first character.
Oh, but you know what? You help me. If you think it's E, I was stuck between A and D because I couldn't remember the second character. But the only difference between D and E is that middle one, and I know the middle one. So I think the answer is D.
Oh, yeah, see, I don't know for sure. Mine was, dog, please. He's just pawing me. I don't actually know anything other than the first character, but I was going by process of elimination. So for the second character, the majority is the one with the little E. And then for the third character, the majority is the, like, little bird thingy. And then for the second to last character, enough. Stop it. Lie down, please. No,
I
I'm not
can't lie
playing with
down.
you. I'm not playing with you. Look at this. I wish I could show you this.
Aww, so cute.
He keeps pawing me and biting my hands.
That's the mistake of letting animals in the room while we're filming. During the
It's
break,
because he was all by himself and he looked sad.
I know. During the break, I went to the bathroom. I came back. Both of my cats were in here. One of them was sitting in the seat and the other one was on the floor. And they both were staring at me like, I'm allowed to be here. And I had to kick them out because I know the minute I close the door, they will start to be troublemakers.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on.
Yeah, so anyway, I was doing it by process of elimination because usually the one with the most frequent usage is the right one in these types of questions.
Yeah, but Heather
Stop.
made this. So who knows what
True.
Heather's mentality was.
Okay, but yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm wrong. The only Korean word that I know is Taeyeon.
Nice.
Yeah, that's the only one that I could write.
All right, let me... where's my cursor? Let me scroll down. All right, question 2. What songs are are What songs are officially released the most? Include all versions. Butterfly and I Need You and Run, Dope and Run, Boy in Love and Dope, Run and Butterfly. Does she mean like with remixes?
With remixes, I think.
Do you want to do this together?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so Butterfly, we have the original, we have the prologue, and we have the alternative mix.
Yeah. I Need You, original, urban mix.
And the dance mix.
Yeah. I think it's A.
Me too. Because Run only has the one. That's just the one. Dope is just the one. Run is just the one. Boy in Love.
I think
it's A.
I think it's definitely A. Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty. Moving on. How many intros are officially released, including repeats on separate albums?
Okay, let's just do this together as well. Intro, intro Too Cool for School. Intro, Oh Are You Late To? Intro, School Love Affair. Then we had HYYH, which had an intro. And there was one on the second HYYH as well. Now the repackaging.
It has.
Forever
I
Young.
think it has to have them.
Both of them?
And then it has the intro of, or no, that's an outro. Forever Young.
Yeah, outro.
And then.
But they can't have included two intros because they're called intro.
Okay.
I don't know.
Let's just assume they had a new intro.
Okay, so let's just say 6. Okay, and then we had
Wings,
which
restarted everything.
did we have an? Oh yeah, we had Boy Meets Evil in Wings. Then the repackaging of Wings, which would have had Boy Meets Evil again. Then we had Her.
Wait,
are we missing some?
No, because those are solos. They're not intros.
No, are we missing albums?
I don't know. Don't forget the Japanese album.
Oh, yeah, Dark and Wild.
I don't know how many. Are you counting?
Yeah, I've got 8 so far. Dark and Wild, it would have had an intro, so that's 9. And then Her.
Her has the intro.
What is the intro to Her?
Serendipity.
Oh, yeah.
And then intro Singularity.
Yeah.
And then intro.
Is Euphoria an intro? It's not, is it? Because it wasn't released fully until Answer.
Yeah, what's the intro for Answer? Isn't that it? Epiphany isn't considered an intro.
Persona.
Yeah. Then
So that's 12. Japanese albums. They have had intros.
Yeah, I know there's one intro. It's like I only know it in German. Wanderung.
Okay. I'm going to go with 15 because we have 12 and I'm pretty sure there's 3 Japanese albums.
Yeah. Yeah, let's go. Crystal Snow, is that considered? I don't know.
I don't know the intros. Like, what is an intro? Okay.
Drinking in Sync. Okay, let's go with 15.
Yeah.
Next. How many songs are released more than 5 times, including different versions? Oh, does she mean like on different albums? Heather, you're making this hard.
Oh. I still think it's probably Butterfly and I Need You for the other one.
Let's say D, 2.
How many songs are released more than 5 times, including different versions?
No, hold on. I can draw this out. Where's my pen?
What songs are released more than 5 times?
On repackages.
No, but I mean, which ones?
Okay, so we have
5 times.
I Need You.
DNA. I feel like DNA maybe.
DNA.
There's a lot of versions. Make It Right. There's a lot of versions.
Hold on. I Need You. What was the other one?
And Run.
No.
I mean,
Butterfly.
Sorry, no, Butterfly.
Run, Butterfly, DNA.
Oh no, I'm pretty sure we still have those ones right.
Yeah. I'm writing them down.
Oh,
DNA, okay. Fake Love.
Fake Love only has.
It's got remixes.
It's got 3, right?
So you have the one on Tear, you have the one on Answer, you have the.
I don't think it's more than 5.
Fine. Okay, well then what about DNA?
I think DNA probably, and I think
because you have it on
right.
Her, you have it on
Answer,
and you have the remix.
Mix.
But that's only 3.
Yeah, I'm gonna just say 2 because I don't think it's many. I'm pretty sure Make It Right is one of them because there was like a shit ton of remixes.
You have the
Make It
original on Persona. You have the one on 7. You have the Lauv remix.
Lauv.
You have the acoustic version, and then you have the dance version. So that's 5.
Yeah.
And then I Need You has the what album was that from?
HYYH.
Okay.
And then it's on the repackaged version.
It's on the Young Forever version. And then you have the dance remix. It's on you have the alternative remix. And then isn't it on You Never Walk Alone?
I don't think so, no. But there's the urban mix as well.
That's what I meant when I saw alternative.
Oh, okay. Let's just go with 2. I don't think it's going to be many.
2.
Yeah.
And then the last question is not including part numbers or different versions of the same song. How many BTS songs have a number in the title?
Oh, this is going to be hard.
Okay, so we have Airplane.
Wait, no, let's just start from the beginning because that'll be easier. Okay, so we have Intro, Too Cool for School.
I'm writing this down. Okay.
And then on the rest of that album, there's... I don't think there's another one on that album. No. But then we have Intro, Are You Late Too?
Uh-huh.
Then we have... I can't remember an album order now. There's Whaley 52. There's the Pluto one that I can never remember the numbers
13,
for.
43, 40.
Yeah, that's the one. Airplane Part
2.
No, it says not including part numbers.
Okay.
So not that one. Ooh. There's got to be more than this. I'm blanking.
Let's just say 5.
I feel like there's got to be way more than that though.
I don't think BTS like numbers unless they're calling it something apart.
Okay, we'll go with 5. We had 4, so we'll go with 5.
All right, and then the answers are D. D is correct.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't know if you can see. It's like it's bolded.
Yeah.
Okay. And then we're wrong.
I Need You and Run. They're released 8 times. Oh, I'm gonna have to look this up because I have no idea where they're from. Okay, fair.
What was our answer?
Oh, I think we went for 15. Scroll down. Yeah, we went for 15.
Okay, and then we went for 2 here.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. Oh, how did we forget 0 o'clock? Oh, 21st Century Girl. 24/7 Heaven. I listened to that today. 2nd grade, that was on my fucking underrated list. Oh, how did we not think of Dulcet? I can't with us. We're fucking cancelled.
We were like, we're done. It's only 2. BTS don't like numbers. That's a fucking lie. I don't know what I'm saying anymore.
They love numbers. They always use numbers. Oh my god, I just have cancelled myself, to be honest. The only credit I'm giving myself is it's late and
microwave.
Yeah, we're both emotionally exhausted. But this was a hard quiz, to be honest.
Thanks a lot, Heather. If anybody else wants to send us quizzes to take, we'll take them.
My god, everyone's going to be clowning us so bad in the comments right now.
As if they haven't this entire recording.
True. Okay, so what we thought we would do next, because we didn't have that many questions this week and we wanted to do trivia, is I found Sporkle. Do you remember Sporkle, everyone? I don't know if you ever played it, but I used to play it all the time when I was younger, and Yami was saying that she did as well when she was younger. So we're gonna go on this Sporkle site. If you want to join us, if you have a phone as well, or something that you can do, type in this web page and come up. We haven't looked through the quizzes yet, so apart from the fact that I know there are some with like other K-pop groups and things, but we're not doing those. We're just gonna pick some and then we're gonna play them until we don't want to play anymore. And yeah, you can play along at home.
Okay, well, luckily for us, I am on a better computer. So.
Oh yeah, we can do it actually well for once.
Yeah.
The joys of a better computer.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Everybody thank my husband. He literally brought up his hard drive, his entire desktop computer, and put it together in here.
We couldn't open the internet whilst we were doing this before, or everything just imploded, and then we had to like go kill a puppy to make it work again.
Yep. Hold on. How do I make you go away? There we go.
So let's have a look. We can play them together then.
Yeah. Hold on.
Nice.
And I can edit this in real time. Ugh. Having good computer power is clutch.
This is like a game changer, I'm not gonna lie.
I know.
I can't believe we can open the internet now. We can literally show you anything we want to show you now.
Ba, ba, ba. Amazing.
But make the both sides equal, please, because I can't deal with it.
Better?
Bit more.
Better?
Just make them both small. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, so do you want to pick the first quiz and I'll pick the second quiz?
Yes.
Okay.
I want that one where you had to guess it by music. Fun fact, I am pretty good at guessing the song based on the music.
Same.
I am terrible at guessing the song based on the choreo. Like, me and choreo, my brain does not save that information correctly. In contrast, my husband knows it like that. And he can learn a choreo from any BTS music video in like a minute. And I'm like, you do what now?
Amazing. I will have to see this at some point.
Yeah.
But okay, so if you scroll... Oh, yours doesn't look the same as mine. Let me find the one that it is that you're talking about.
What is it called? Like, do we remember?
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna find.
Guess the song. Wait, why did I just search the word song? Guess the song. Nope.
Yeah, okay, so it's guess these 50 BTS songs, and then it has audio in the
Woo!
brackets.
And we should be able to play it.
Nice. Game changer.
All these goddamn ads. Okay. Oh my god.
Oh my god, I'm excited.
Okay.
I always boss music rounds in quizzes.
So there's like 12 seconds. Each 12 seconds is a new song, and once we start, we get 16 minutes.
Okay.
I think this
Let's
is good.
try and do this without rewinding because that will be difficult.
Okay, you might have to. I'll be typing it in. So you'll have to write it down if like the song keeps going and I'm still typing. By the way, this keyboard is
Where am I gonna
noisy, so apologies in advance.
I'll have to write it on my phone, right? Okay.
Okay, ready?
Yes.
Okay. Hold on, that was really loud.
Yeah, really loud. I was gonna say.
Let me, what can I do? Okay, this should be good now. Alright, ready? How do I... What do you want from me? I'm gonna redo this quiz. Where'd it go? She wants to be let in. You know what? I'm gonna let her in. Hold on. Come here, you little demon. Everyone say hi to Marley. Marley, you gonna play with us? Okay. You have to go do something somewhere else now.
It's so pretty.
Huh?
I was just saying how pretty your cat is.
Yeah. She's pretty annoying. All right, let's try this again. We know the first song is no.
Yeah.
Yes. No. All these stupid ads. Let's go. Dubstep dance break. Trying to make it so I can still hear you. I can't hear you very well. Why won't it? Oh. Hold on for a second. If I pause you, will you let me increase the volume? You're just gonna have to yell at me your answers.
Okay, I'll yell.
Okay. What is this? Fuck you, I can't spell. This is a cover. I don't. Ah!
Oh, I don't. How am I supposed to know the name of that? I watched it the other day. It's what they released like right as they, like before debut. It was like a cover of.
Oh my god, this website is a hot mess. And I still can't hear you. Like, it's really hard to hear you.
Press resume.
Alright. This is SoundCloud. I should be able to lower the volume on it. Nope, not allowed. Alright, fuck it. Let's just keep going. I don't even know what song we're on. Scream, Billy. Oh, my favorite. You gotta yell louder. I can't hear you. What is this? I don't... I don't know it either. Ah!
They really put the Kim Jong-un line.
Why? Oh, run. I was like, what is it? Oh, God. Come on, be nice to me. Fine. I'm skipping it for now. Ugh! I can't hear you. We're doing this blind. I don't know what this is. Hormone war. What? Fuck you. What? Oh, what the hell? I can't hear you. Hold on. Yeah, you're right. I heard Trump, and I was like... Ah. Oh. Hold on, help me. What is it? Why can't I remember this one? The number of times we heard this song yesterday. Name. It's an intro. Ah! The fuck was this? I have Last Night stuck in my head. Waiting house on life. No! Song! I love this song! Fuck. Yeah! 미쳤어, baby. All right, let's go back. What was this? Help. Nope. Alright, skipping down to this. I don't know this one either. I don't know this one either, but I really like it.
Yeah, I want to listen.
All right, 622. No, we already had that. Oh, Boys with Fun. Yeah. All right, 829. What is this? Alright, comes after this. And then we have second grade, and then this one. Oops. I feel like it's... Yeah. I really hate Converse. No, it wouldn't work. Me too. Okay, so we didn't know this one. We didn't know this one.
The rest we know, but we can't remember the names. Okay, go back on them. Let's sing them out.
Okay, let's do this one.
It's like it fits in with the vein of like Miss Bright, and I'm pretty sure it's on the School Love Affair album.
I don't know, man. This is giving me like a headache trying to think. Oh, we have 30 seconds left. Do you want to keep going or you just want to give up?
Okay, no, go to the other the tune at the end.
7:38. Well, it's done.
They're gonna bug me. I mean, we did pretty good though.
Yeah, okay, we missed Propos. Let me scroll this. School of Tears. The one that we liked was Beautiful. And Adult Child. Those were the two we didn't know and we liked. Oh! Can you turn off your phone? Damn it! I knew that one. And it was...
Oh, that's why it was named after the album.
God damn it.
God damn it. Look here. Look here. I knew that one.
I didn't. I should have guessed this one. I should have guessed this one.
The last three I should have known, and Outro Propose I should have known. But the other three I've never heard of. What are they? School of Tears, Adult Child, and...
Beautiful.
Beautiful. And they're all singles.
Maybe
Like
that's
what
why we don't know them.
Yeah. Oh, well, there's 3 new songs for me to check out.
Yeah.
Wait, actually, I can just rewatch this episode when it comes out. It's fine. Okay, nice. Right, it's my turn to pick a quiz.
This was really hard. My head
It
hurts.
was. Yeah, I think we did pretty good though, to be honest.
Yeah. We did good. I hope no one is roasting us in the comments right now. Please
you know
don't.
that they will be, because they would have got them right, and like at least one person in the chat would have got it right. And
They'd have been
everyone
like,
would be
don't you
"Yeah,
know this
yeah."
song? No. We're bad armies. We're
Hey,
can't.
we got like 90% of them right, and a lot of armies don't even go back through the discography. So
Well,
I'd
then
say
they're
we
not
did that.
armies. That's not. No, I can't say that because we didn't know all the songs. I'm just saying things to say things. Okay.
oh my god. Okay, so I wanted to click on a few quizzes just to see, like, because you can usually tell by the first question if it's going to be good. This is the first question to this quiz. Throwback. Who says "excuse me," which him saying it make the army ovaries explode? In brackets, maybe it's just me. Okay. So no, not that one.
No.
BTS logic puzzle. Okay, let's play that one.
This one?
Yeah, it's gonna be hard, but let's play it.
My brain hurts. All right. We have. Hold on. I'm gonna have to. How do I make this easier? Go away, ads. How do I make this? You
We can just scroll up and down. Like, you don't need to see the bottom ones right now.
The bottom. The bottom. All right. Let's play the quiz. What this quiz is about? I don't know. It's about logic. I don't have
Yeah.
any instructions.
Just press play. I'm pretty sure you have to go to certain squares.
All right. RM, our lovely fandom is the center of this quiz, and our song to them of the Wings album is in D4. 2-3?
Yeah, so D4 is 2-3. Nice.
The Hyung line are in the corners, and all the Kim bros are in the same row.
Ooh, okay. So
Oh,
A1 is
well-
RM.
No, our lovely fandom is in the center of this quiz, so this is Army.
Oh, army. Okay.
Each wings. Okay, well we don't know
Oh my
where
god.
the
this is
singers
hard.
go.
Okay, well, just guess.
I'm
Wait, so
trying,
we've got RM there, so that means
I'm trying to
wait.
get this
Young
stupid
Line are in
thing.
the corners, and all the Kim bros are in. Oh, okay, so that one there must be Jin.
Yeah.
E1 is Jin because all the Kims are in the same line.
Okay, the are in the corners, and all the Kim bros are in the same row. So this has to be Namjoon.
No.
But he's a
Namjoon's at the
Hyung.
beginning. He's at the
Oh.
beginning.
You right. So then
My
the Kim
roommate-
bros have to be up here.
Yeah, so
But we don't know.
Taeyong.
We don't know where Taeyong is.
not yet.
But so then we have.
My roommate and his solo are in my column. Oh, what'd you do?
I don't know. We're gonna play it again. This website is terrible.
Oh no, I'm in love with this.
No, as in like the functionality.
Oh yeah.
Here,
I
come
think
back,
you just have to make sure you spell everything right,
Yeah.
otherwise it will restart us.
Army. What do we
So
say?
G4 is Dulcet. That's Jin. You've got to be careful with your typing.
But I don't.
If you spell it wrong, then it will.
Sorry. One more time. At least we know those answers very well.
What are
See?
you doing?
What am I doing wrong?
Right, just scroll down so I can see. Okay, D4.
Hold on, this is 2-3, right?
Wait, no. D4. That one you were just on. Scroll down for me. Yeah, so E5 is Yoongi. And then the one above him is First Love.
Sugar is asleep and can't give you any hints.
Oh, wow. The one above him is First Love.
Hold on, I think what I'm gonna do,
Yeah, that's fine.
just gonna make it a little bigger, cover us a little bit. You're still in front of it. I'm behind it.
E4, First Love. And that also means that Hobie is
A5.
A5. So type J-Hope, maybe. Nice.
If you watch C1, you are able to see Taeyong and I kissing. Size.
What? I don't know. Let's check the First Love one. All the Hyung line brought their dogs, and each one is adjacent to its owner.
Does
So
adjacent
that
mean
one-
next to or diagonally?
Next to. So the one next to Sugar is Holly.
Yeah. Holly ignored Jin's joke and is taking a nap.
Great. So I feel like Taeyong must be C1 then. I don't really get that hint, but... Put V. Ah. Did you put V?
No, I was trying to type Taeyong.
Yeah, it probably was V. Oh,
I want to do this, but why won't
Same.
it let us?
it's because if you get an answer wrong, then you fail.
In fires? In fires, man. Do we get to see the answers at least? Or should I just redo this really quick?
I've been debating in my head if I can be asked to redo it again or just to move on.
Hold-
You make the call.
Hold on. I'm gonna literally take a screenshot of what it looks like right now so that don't have to do this again. Okay.
I feel like we're very silent right now, so I feel like I should ease the tension. Everyone in the chat, please tell me what your favorite solo from Wings is. I'll try and think of mine.
What is yours?
I'm trying to think.
There. That's all of them.
Okay, I think it's First Love.
Really?
Yeah.
What's mine? Mine is Lie, I think.
I think First Love, and then Stigma, and then Awake. And then it's really hard to pick.
I think mine is Lie and then Reflection.
I just think Reflection is a really clever song. Anyway, okay.
Okay.
So try C1 and V. This is
no,
a
remember I
risky move,
tried
so-
to type in Taeyong and it broke? Let's not do that.
No, but that's the only one we can do. I don't think we have any more hints.
Each Wings song is adjacent to its singer.
Yeah, but it could be either of them. Just V.
Are you sure? Is it your final answer?
Yes. Ugh. Okay. I'm sorry.
It's fine.
But what is that hint? If you watch C1,
I don't know.
me and Tay.
I want to see the answer. Someone show me the answer. Listen, I want
Somebody do it in your free time.
Yeah,
and
so
send us.
please send us the answers or record
Yes.
yourself playing this because I need to know. But at least we got above the average.
True. Okay, right. You pick another quiz now.
Okay, one more quiz and then let's move on.
No, we've got one more each. Come on. Army Fun Time is the best part of the episode.
My comfort level's not being taken into account.
Your comfort level is 2 a.m.
BTS gym and trivia.
No.
Gotta save that. Name a BTS song. No, that's easy.
Oh no, that's fun though.
Fine, let's do it. We got 8 minutes to come up with a BTS song for every alphabet. I'm gonna murder these ads.
Okay, each of us has to pick one as well.
Okay, let's play. A. Attack on Bangtan.
Ampan Man. What?
That's not the song I picked! Okay.
Okay.
Bulletproof Part 2.
No, that's We Are Bulletproof.
Oh, yeah.
Best of Me.
What the fuck? I guess if you pick any of them, you get it right.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, C.
Caramel macchiato? No. Coffee. That's a cover, right?
No.
No, I thought it was a cover.
It's on Oh Are You Late Too? I'm pretty sure.
No,
Wait,
no. I think that song itself, they performed a cover of it. But we can check that later. We're on a timer here.
Okay, D. Dionysus. But will that be on this? Okay.
E. Epiphany.
Yeah. This is so funny that it just shows up a random song. F.
Fake Love.
Yeah, Fake Love.
Excuse me. It doesn't like it.
What?
I don't understand how it cannot like it. Considering it has ego in here.
Yeah.
What's another F song?
For You. Fire.
G. Giraffe.
That's just a word.
It could be a song that they've never released.
There's only 2 for G, so this is going to be hard.
Oh, I didn't even notice. They show you the number of songs it could be.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I just keep thinking of Get Out by JoJo. That's not a BTS song. Go Go.
Good Day.
Good Day.
H. Help me.
Hello. House of Cards.
A. I. Igloo.
I like it. I said Igloo too. Snap. Wait, what? Okay.
We got lie.
I like it.
That's what I tried to type.
Oh.
Intro to I'm struggling.
I don't think the intros are gonna count. Illegal? No.
No,
That
that's
is the
Dimple.
second. Yeah, it's Dimple illegal.
Nope, doesn't count.
Okay, let's come back to it. J. Jump.
No, that's the wrong song. M. Mama.
Oh my god.
The
that was-
song that makes me bawl.
Yeah, same. And No More Dream.
Thinking the same.
Today, nice.
More dream.
B.
What? This isn't
It
working?
already worked. Yeah, it already put not today.
Oh.
P. Powder Gansan, but I don't know if it'll count. It's San at the end.
Fuck it.
Propose. Nice. Oh, why are you late too?
Literally what I was thinking. What
Okay.
song is that? I've never heard of it. Rain.
That's Stigma. Okay. Okay. Oh, there's only one song beginning with an oo. Beginning with an oo. Beginning with a u.
It goes oopsie.
Oh, what begins with a U? And
Umbrella.
yeah, that's all I can think of too. Let's go to the next one for now.
Waylon.
We on. I just went silent for
I don't know any. Why? Why do you do this to me?
Yummy.
Does Justin Bieber's song Yummy count?
No, definitely not. You Never Walk Alone, will that count?
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, okay.
Young Forever. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Z. Z.
Ooh. Zebra. Jed. Zorro. Now we're just saying words.
This is very hard. These 3 letters suck, but like we should be getting an I, and I know the
Yeah, we
minute
should
one of
get
them
I.
comes up, we'll be like,
Yeah.
oh. Let's try another intro. Intro, sing.
Persona. Intro persona.
Intro person.
I know. Oh, we're almost out of time anyway. Is it me you're looking for?
Zappa Dappa Doo. I'm ready for this to be over.
Yeah.
Ah!
Oh wow.
At 0 o'clock,
Oh,
and I beat
wow.
you!
Why didn't we think of the newest album?
Because we were stuck on Igloo.
And Sabbath.
An umbrella.
How did we not get I Need You though? Okay, that one hurt.
All 3 of those really hurt.
Yeah. Okay, one more quiz.
This is the most. We're getting an ass beating right now.
Yeah.
Hold on, we don't need our frickin' Twitters right now. No one needs to know how to contact us. That's okay.
BTS songs by any word. Either that one or How Well Do You Know BTS? It's your choice. It's there, yeah.
Let's do this one.
Okay.
Wow.
Wait, what?
Wow.
Wait.
It's the whole discography. Are you ready? Are you ready
Yeah.
to take on this challenge? We got 14 minutes.
I think we can do it.
All right.
Okay.
Let's go. Let's start with
Okay.
Too Cool for School.
Too Cool for School intro. Oh, wow.
What the fuck?
They've already, like, filled in 10. Okay.
And the word skit!
Dream. No more dream.
I don't even have to type out the full thing. This is easy.
Nice. No, we have to actually try.
I know. What else?
Circle room cipher. Just put cipher. Just put cipher. And then in the middle it's another skit, isn't it? No, it's not. What's after No More Dream?
Bulletproof?
Yes. No. It's not actually. Oh, what comes after No More Dream? That's gonna bug me. Oh, okay, moving on.
What comes after No? What are we doing next week?
Oh, I don't know. I think Coffee is on Oh Are You Late Too, though.
I was listening to Oh Are You Late Too yesterday.
We On. Ah. Nice. Okay, this is too hard. Let's play the other one.
No. What,
You
you
want
mean?
to finish the whole discography?
Yeah.
Oh.
We don't have to go in order. Just shout out what comes to your head. I'm typing whatever I think of.
I'm trying to go in order and I don't know the tracks track by track. But I do know the
Why can't I spell serendipity? How do you spell serendipity?
serendipity. Yeah, right. We'll do the newer albums because I actually know them. Persona, and then Boy with Love, and then Make It Right, and then Jamais Vu, and then Dionysus, and then Shadow,
I got Shadow.
and then Black Swan, and then Louder Than Bombs.
I literally only have to type in one word and it populates.
And then
Oh, hold on.
On.
Phone. Hold Me Tight. Miss Right. Oh, I didn't know that was a special edition. Move. Okay, I guess we got Move already. Second grade. I guess we already got grade. Yeah, we did. Butterfly.
Let Me Know.
Most beautiful moment.
We've got that.
Oh. God damn it.
Never mind. Have you got all the solos on Wings? First Love. Await, Lie, Begin. Reflection. What? Mama.
I have Mama. You can't
Oh, yeah.
see on this thing.
Stigma.
I got Stigma. You can't see it. It's all the way down here. Here's what I'm missing.
Yeah.
Oh, I can scroll and still type in. Sorry, my bad.
Oh, nice. You Never Walk Alone. Spring Day. 21st Century Girls.
That went somewhere.
Fire. Dope. I Need You. Run. Fake Love.
Mother of Christ. Hold on. What comes after Fake Love? We get, Truth Untold.
What you mean on tier?
Yeah, then we get Paradise. Then we get Love Maze. Then we get FUNTIME. What comes after Truth Untold? Oh, 13, 43, 40.
Yeah.
What comes after Love Maze?
What's it before?
Paradise. Then it goes into Love Maze. Then there's a song. And then there's Airplane Part 2.
Oh, I can't remember the order anymore. I used to know the order of tier. I know that So What is on that album.
I used to know that one backwards and forwards because I
Yeah,
played it in the
same.
car all the time, and now I don't remember.
Yeah, I used to play it all the time. There's Tear on that album as well. What is that one? Honestly, my brain stopped working.
I know. What about Love Yourself, Her?
Uh,
Oh, I just
Best of
realized.
Me.
I realized you can't see.
yeah.
Sorry. Actually,
Uh,
let's skip down and do this one.
Okay, Seesaw. Euphoria. Love.
Love is already on there.
Oh, yeah.
Answer's already on there.
Idol. What are we missing? Home. On. Oh, we've got on. Oh, have I missed? Oh, yeah, Filter, My Time. Inner Child, Moon. Respect, Friends. That one from Answer is gonna bug me.
What are we missing from Map of the Soul 7? I feel so dumb.
Oh, I didn't realize that was blank.
Alright. Answer. Oh, I'm doing just fine, fine, fine.
Oh, yeah. Okay, scroll up. So, Singularity, Fake Love, Truth Untold. Paradise, Love Maze. Compartment 2.
Comes after Dimple. It was Magic Shot.
Oh, that's my favorite BTS.
I know. What are we missing from Her? What comes after Mic Drop? Before the outro.
Go Go.
Oh.
But what comes after Dimple?
Let's come back to that. All right, Wings.
Okay.
What comes after Blood?
Begin.
Duh.
Lost. What's the outro for Wings?
Wings.
Oh, yeah.
And then
Most
You Never
people
Walk
in
Alone. Repackage of It's Spring Day, outro Wings.
Young Forever. Okay,
that- So then down here, this is what we're missing.
Spring Day, Wings. Oh, I'm not sure. Go up. We'll come back to it.
All right, let's start again from the beginning.
Wait, no. I liked the order we were going in.
The backwards order.
Yeah, it
Okay.
helps. First of all, actually no. We'll just kind of go with whatever. Yeah, just leave it there. The cell phone. Can you please turn off your cell phone?
I got that.
Oh
one.
yeah. Bangtan. Attack on Bangtan.
Oh, what am I to you? No, Rain.
We've got that. Where do you come from, or that one?
No. Where should be enough. Where do you come from? We got it.
Oh, okay.
24/7 Heaven. Just got that one.
We've got dual set, haven't we, this time? I'm not forgetting it again. We've got the outros, haven't we? Yeah, so we've got the outros.
Where is it?
Yeah, we've done Wings.
No, where is 2-3?
On Wings. Down.
Oh,
wait,
we got
you
it.
can
We
see
got
that.
it. We got it.
Okay, go up. Let's think about it in terms of... Right, can you scroll a little bit more? Yeah. Oh,
What
that
did
one
you
was
talk
too
about
quick to
after
see,
after
yeah.
No More Dream?
Because we did I Like It.
That's what we
The
started
outro,
from.
yeah. So it was the episode before that.
Yeah, when you were with Omer.
I still don't remember right now. But I was thinking we should think of them in terms of theme. So School Love Affair, a lot of that is about crushes and things like that.
You know what we forgot?
Oh.
War of Hormone.
Yes. My brain stopped.
Bepse. That one is from this one.
Mm-hmm.
Did I do Dope already? I did. It's somewhere. We have generally a good grasp on their discography.
Oh my god, we're only missing 12. That's pretty damn good.
I'm just trying to think of the ones that we missed from the last one. Just one day. Blah, 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 blah. I bet you people are in the chat right now going, oh my god, it's this one, it's this one. I'm going to be like, listen, we are under pressure with very little sleep. Do you want to give up?
3 a.m.
Do
almost.
you want to give up?
I want to get 130. Wait, how many is there again?
135.
Wait, no. And how many do we have?
123.
I want 125. So we need 2 more songs. That means that we are only missing 10.
Okay.
Okay, I want to remember whatever that one from the first album is because I literally talked about it. We had it as the outro song. Oh, it's the interlude. Because we didn't talk about it at all. Oh, that's 125. Nice, there must have been another one.
Yeah, I did Hip Hop
Oh,
Lover.
nice.
Or maybe I did that before, I don't know. Maybe I did it now. But now that we've got some of them, I don't want to stop. Think of the concerts. What do they perform at the concerts?
One that we're missing the most from is School Love Affair, I think. School Love Affair, and then
This one has 3.
we've only got 9 seconds left. Yeah, well, we did good.
Tomorrow, Spinebreaker, and Jump. This is offensive. Converse High,
I love
offensive.
Blanket
Cake.
Look here.
Waylon 52, Dead Leaves, Not Today, Pied Piper. We need to be taken out back and shot.
No, to be honest, we got 125 right out of 135 songs.
What is the math on that? What percent rate is that? Said the finance person. That's a 93%.
Yeah, I think
We did good. So
oh my god, okay, so
we have a probably a 3.5-hour video right now.
Yeah.
Why don't we save talking about my love, Jimin, to next week?
Yes, I think that's a good shout. It's almost 3 a.m. here now. Maybe, yeah, we'll think about something, but
Yeah, we can.
today, honestly, like, this recording has just been a difficult one considering the weekend, and we've kind of thrown it together, so we've rambled a lot, and it's not as neat and organized and tied together as normal, but
I hope
still
you.
like it.
I hope you guys were entertained by us being hot messes.
Yeah, we just wanted to put something out there for you because we know that you expect it at a certain time on a Monday, and we didn't want to disappoint you. So.
Okay, good. I'm glad you said that because you're like, I know you expect it.
No. I mean, like, you look. I know there are some of you who look forward to it, and it's like, yay, it's almost time for the podcast. And then, like,
the implication there is, and the rest of you don't care.
No. Just some people choose to watch it afterwards because it's late in their countries or like things like that, so it's fine. But yeah, anyway. Yeah, before we go, there is one thing that I wanted to do, and that is, last week I forgot because, as we have established, I am a hot mess. Anyway, I meant to read out a lovely sentence again. We had our one for Yoongi, and I got written a sentence last week as well for Hobie to describe why they love him and why he is their bias. So this was from our lovely Sanji on Twitter, Sanji_Bangtan, like me, snap. So yeah, she's the sweetest ever. We love you. I just wanted to read this out. So, Hobie to me gives off the aura of being given a warm hug by a close friend on a cold, lonely winter's night. His lovely heart smile and his happy laughs light up even the darkest corners of my mind, and his music always cheers me up, making me want to dance around my room and just let go of all my stresses and worries. It's like being at 1% battery level and feeling so drained, but the minute I listen to his music or watch videos of him, I'm being recharged. I feel at home, safe, relaxed, full of hope. He truly does live up to his name, J-Hope, and I'm so happy that I, along with many others, get to be a part of his wonderful little hope world.
Aww.
I know, these send me every
so
time.
So cute!
I know. Yeah. And
that's wonderful.
Yeah. Ah, and now we're at the end.
All right, guys. Have a lovely rest of your week. Please recover. Yeah. I'm sure we're not the only ones, like, dying from this weekend.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, we will be back next week with our Jimin. So please stay tuned for that.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.
쉴 틈도 없이 학교와 집 아니면 PC방이다인 집 파티 같은 삶들을 살며 1등을 강요하는 학생의 꿈과 현실 사이에 이중간첩 우리 공부하는 기계로 만들고 누구 1등이 아니면 낙오로 구워 쉽게 만든 건 틀에 같은 건 어른이란 걸 쉽게 수고할 수밖에 단순하게 생각해도 야구강 시간에 친한 친구도 밟고 올라서게 만든 게 누구라 생각해 어른들은 내게 말하지 힘든 건 지금뿐이라고 조금은 참으라고 나중에 하라고 Everybody say no 더는 나중이란 말로 안돼 더는 남의 꿈에 같이 살지만 We roll, we roll, we roll Everybody say no 정말 지금이 아니면 안돼 아직 아무것도 해본 게 없잖아 We roll, we roll 시간뿐인 통장 내 불행은 난도 초가지 공부하는 한숨 공장 계속되는 돌려막기 어른들이 하는 거래 너는 참 편한 거래 눈에 넘치게 행복한 거래 그럼 이렇게도 불행한 나는 뭔데 공부는 대화 취지가 없어 밖에 나 같은 내가 넘쳐 똑같은 고구같이 인생 도대체 누가 책임져줘 어른들은 내게 말하지 힘든 건 지금뿐이라고 조금 참으라고 나중에 하라고 Everybody say love